today.
Do we have the same shoes? No.
No, but I was.
bet you have these.
I don't have the low
You
top.
rolling?
Uh-huh.
I have the mid
Gotcha.
light, the Maxicombi lights.
Mm-hmm.
I was this close to wearing
We
them.
could have been matchy. I was
Do you-
going to wear
This
black jeans
close.
today.
Do you ever fold your jeans,
Jeans,
like Trill
though.
does, though?
My body type does not facilitate rolling of the jeans like that. My 30-inch inseam looks like it goes to 24 if I roll it like that.
I need all the length I can get in jeans, so I could never roll them.
Just in jeans.
I mean, I would love to be able to pull off the look.
Yeah, it looks cool.
But every time
Thanks.
I do it, my wife's like,
You're
"Yeah,
into
don't."
it.
Yeah, don't
Nice.
do that.
Never
I
likes
roll
it.
them every once in a while.
You got to cuff them.
Mine aren't
You got
ever
the
long
you
enough.
got the body build to roll them.
I could roll 'em. I could do a roll.
I don't think that's what's in, though. I think you're supposed to buy them short and baggy at this point.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not partaking in that fashion.
I've seen pictures of, like, my kids, like he goes to high school. It's like me going back to 9th grade. I mean, exact same.
It's actually funny.
Exact same.
My wife has a nephew up north. Came down here, and my wife's family's in the MMA world, right? My
Mhm.
brother-in-law and all those people. So that like all the affliction and all that
Yeah.
shit, they have piles of it from like just past sponsorships with his fighters and all this
Yeah.
shit. They don't ever wear it. He came down and thought it was the coolest fucking thing ever. So he
Just
took
loves it.
all of it. That's all he wears every day is the bedazzled shit. How is that back in?
No way that's back.
100% it's back in.
It's all the way
studded,
back.
The studded belts. He'd be able to tell you more than me, but like the studded belts, all that shit.
People are wearing affliction.
Not so much affliction. I'm seeing
But the
like,
studded belts,
Oh yeah.
like the
Those never
baggy
went out.
Janko jeans,
Oh, yeah.
those definitely went out. Those definitely went out.
Yeah, oh yeah, Jinko jeans for sure.
Those are back
Yeah, oh, for sure.
in a big way.
Yeah, baggier the better at this
Yeah.
point.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
boy.
When I was a freshman in high school, first day, size 40 jeans. Some airwalks.
You have any pictures of this?
I'll bet I could dig some up.
We got to see this.
Get some
I need to
airlocks.
see some
Some airwalks.
Those are pretty stylish.
I had
size
a-
40 jeans.
I had a like a.
His build in size 40
yeah.
jeans.
How do you even keep
I
those
had-
things up?
I had a belt. I had a double X Stussy striped T-shirt.
Dude, you were
I was hip,
kind of crazy.
bro.
He still is, and he's got the Birkenstocks
I
and
was-
the rolled
I was-
jeans.
You're crazy,
I was
dude.
with it. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm going back to it. Next time I'm down here, double XL everything.
You got to show up like that.
Okay.
You should be that for
Probably
you should be
will.
that for Halloween
Well,
yourself
did you dress up?
in freshman year.
Did you dress up for
Oh,
Halloween?
I didn't know Halloween dress up.
Of all of us right here, you're the most likely to dress up, I'd say.
I missed it.
For sure.
I'm pissed about it.
I have a 3-year-old, so I have to.
Did you dress up?
Yeah.
What did you dress up as?
He's obsessed with Sandlot.
Oh
And
yeah.
Benny is like, he tells me to call him Benny.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was Squint's wife was Wendy Peppercorn. He was Benny.
There you go. My
That's pretty
my little kid has a Sandlot jersey with his name on the back.
Yeah, my son does.
Really?
Wears it all the time. PF Flyers, the whole deal.
Yep.
Wranglers,
Oh, yeah.
Roller
Flyers.
Wranglers, PF Flyers. The Benny Rodriguez jersey,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's his name on the back
Yeah.
every day.
That's a movie that stands up.
Yeah. Well, then here's the other problem. So he's into hockey, and we got him into D2 or all the Mighty Ducks. Benny, the kid, is
Yep.
in D2 and D3 Mighty Ducks. So now he wants to watch those because Benny plays hockey. But it obviously is not Benny. He doesn't understand that yet.
Benny does it all.
Benny does it all, man. Does it all.
Hockey, baseball.
He does so much that my wife and I had to look into his career, and he doesn't act anymore. But I figured he would have kept it.
Damn it.
Kept it going.
He's gone.
Doesn't have to.
I just
man.
saw-
He had
I
two,
just
he had
saw
two bangers and he
A Sandlot
out.
dog last weekend.
a dog.
The,
Oh, you mean the big dog that
It's
chases?
is an English Mastiff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
is that what it is?
my
Yeah.
God, dude, that
Bro.
dog is so big.
It's the beast.
The biggest dog
It's the
ever.
beast.
Every time I saw it, I'm like, dude, I've never seen a dog this big in my life. It was 10 months old. Not even a year.
Haven't you seen Sandlot?
Yeah,
He ate so many people they had to lock him up forever.
that's him.
What do you do with a dog like that? Where'd you see this dog? Like on the street?
My buddy who's getting married, it's his dog.
Does it live
last
inside?
weekend. Lives
Holy
in, dude,
shit.
and it's like acts like a puppy, so it's 10 months old, and it just runs around, hits shit, knocks things over, jumps on the couch.
Tears
Oh,
the house
gosh.
down.
Dude, it's huge.
I can't do that.
I couldn't either.
Paul, you need to pump some AC in here if you can.
Paul, we're sweating.
Pump it up
We are sweating
or
bad.
down. That's always so confusing with air conditioning. Turn it up. Down,
Yeah,
you know
turn it
what I
up.
mean?
Yeah,
Turn it up.
Up means hot or up means cold.
Cool it down like a fucking meat locker in here.
Cool it down.
We're back. Brady's back.
We're back.
He's got the boots on today.
I'm back.
He's ready to roll. He's ready to defend himself.
I was
It's
out.
not going to be a very good defense because we're going to ask you about your Idaho.
No,
hunt.
hold on. The greatest thing about a podcast and when you put shit on film is you can check the tape. Right?
That's right.
So I listened to that podcast because he mentioned to me
Right
when he
away,
first got
first
back.
one.
It's like, hey, I got a text. You guys are talking shit about me on the podcast. I'm like, hey, check the tape. Wasn't talking shit. He goes, well, no, somebody said Neville.
Devil says, I've hunted high with Brady all the time. We don't see shit. I'm like, I think we have a track record of killing some stuff.
It was a double-sided. So I said we didn't see shit, but I still give him props because he does kill big stuff high. So there's it's a double sword.
It's like anything in the news where they take that little segment and they kind of like skew what you say, and you don't see the full story.
Correct.
So I didn't see the full story here.
You just got the text.
I just got the text.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who texted you? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, who was it? Who's the snitch?
Yeah, who is
I
it?
can't
Tell me
release my
the snitch.
sources.
Can't reveal his sources.
It was Porter.
No, but on that podcast, we were talking about how we wish you were here.
It would have been a good episode.
Like,
Like, you guys were talking about my favorite subject.
Well, then we said it's going to be even better because he's going to be fresh off of semi-late.
Yeah, semi-late.
However you want to define that, into the next podcast.
Yep.
So not only do you get to defend yourself, you also get to explain how the hunts went.
Yep.
And the Idaho draw is coming up December 1st.
Yeah,
for
should we
everyone.
cover
that
that
too.
first?
Let's cover that first.
For everyone who's
That's a good point.
whoever's thinking about it.
Yeah,
That's a
so
good point.
when is this going out?
Just go out either this week or next week.
This podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to go out Thursday.
Yeah,
So
we can-
December 1st, for those of you that are listening.
Today's Tuesday the 8th. We got to get it out Thursday.
Tuesday the 8th, you got 3 weeks. About December 1st, Idaho over-the-counter general season tags will go on sale at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Brady, what do we need to know?
Brady, tell us everything. Since you love going to Idaho.
I do. Have I gone to that state before? You're already throwing my states under the bus and like calling them out.
What state have you not gone to?
I'm going to say the units. Just to see how fired up we
Just
can
to
get
see
you.
mountain range units.
Yep.
I mean, I could say this area, and he would get pissed, and it's...
Yeah. We'll just leave it at Idaho.
You won't even know where it could be.
Yep. So the process is pretty unique. It's basically, what I do is I buy my hunting license ahead of time. You don't have to, but it speeds up the process a little bit. So I buy my hunting license because I will apply in the control draw later in the year. So
Makes you less anxious.
Yeah. So I get that done ahead of time, or I set mine up to auto renew, so it does auto renew on December 1st.
$185 for a non-resident.
So I get that out of the way, and then what I do is because like 10 a.m. Mountain Time, you basically get in the system. So you can log in ahead of time. Doesn't matter if you log in 5 minutes beforehand, an hour beforehand. You put into a queue, a little waiting room basically.
Mm-hmm.
Purgatory.
Yep. And you just wait there. And so like some people say like, oh yeah, like you should log in as early as possible. We've had guys at the office who've logged in literally 3 minutes beforehand and they get a better number than I do.
You guys logged in before I did last year.
Yep.
I logged in about 15 minutes. I think you were maybe 5 or 10 minutes ahead of me, and I got a better spot in line than you guys did.
So we can debunk the...
Yeah, it totally doesn't matter when you go in, because once at 10 a.m., everyone who's been in the system already will get randomized, and you get a random number. And so they go off the top number. I always want to know what it feels like to be number one.
Who is number one?
How would you go about doing that? It'd be so sweet. Do you have all the tags available to you right away?
I couldn't even imagine if you're top 100.
Would it be like overload if you were number one and had all choices?
If you're listening right now, number one,
yeah.
we want you.
we want to know your mindset when you saw number one.
Call in. Send us a message.
We've
got to know who's number one.
Like?
Yeah, and we should just explain too that this is for non-resident general season deer and elk. So this is not the controlled draw. This is just your general season tags. And so basically at 10 a.m. it's a absolute pain because you're going to be waiting there. Like most of the time I'm number 10,000. Like the last couple of years have always been super high number. And then I'm just sitting there waiting. And you can see a little bit. They'll update on the page. You don't want to leave the page. It says you can leave the page, but I always make sure I leave it open on my computer. Don't do anything else. I want super fast Wi-Fi. So let it sit there, and it'll show you down the bottom which tags are selling out. A lot of the good elk tags will sell out right away because most people are picking up elk tags.
Yep.
And then once your number hits, it'll like count down. Your little like person on the screen will get all the way to the end. It estimates you have 2 hour wait. There's a 5,000.
The worst
people
part
ahead
is
of
just
you.
looking at that stupid screen.
That stupid screen just barely moves.
It's like
the
the
green line.
old school of just like a little guy walking.
Oh,
And he's
God.
constantly
On a line.
walking. Yep. And so once you get in, you have your opportunity to jump in, just pick your unit that you want to do, buy your hunting license at the same time, and check out. And the problem is with the system is we've had it crash quite a bit. Like Neville, you had it crash when you went to the checkout portion.
Yeah, the first year we did it, I was in the checkout.
You literally had your tag selected in your cart. You went to checkout, and the system crashed and kicked you all the way back out,
Yeah,
and you had to wait again. You had to go back in line.
The other issue is you're not really able to purchase permits as a group.
That's my biggest complaint as well. So all those families who have been this elk camp forever in some whatever place, like if you and I wanted to hunt together trail, you had a better number than I do. I was way back in line. We're not going to be able to hunt together because you can't party out.
Yep.
So it makes it very hard for families, friends, other non-residents to try to get a hunt camp together.
Let's touch on a few things before we go too deep. Deer, you have to pick your unit.
Have to pick your unit.
It's no longer a zone for non-resident.
Yep.
That died. That opportunity kind of tanked. What, a year and a half, 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
For elk, you can still, as of right now, you can still purchase a zone tag, and you can hunt any unit that's open during the seasons in that zone. A and B tags. What do you know about those? Difference?
I don't look at anything about elk.
You don't?
No.
So A and B.
It's true to his name.
Yeah, so,
Gotcha.
Yeah, so A and B. A tag is typically an archery tag, archery or muzzleloader, different season. B tag is your rifle arm, your firearms, rifle arms. Did I say that?
Sounds cool.
Fire. I got rifle arms. I definitely don't have rifle arms. So yeah, those are your rifle permits. So that's something to be aware of. How do you attack it?
I basically utilize filtering 2.0 a lot beforehand. I go through, I save some of the hunts I want in filtering 2.0
which we should touch on.
Brand new feature to GOHUNT Insider.
Yep. You can now
save
compare it. So basically you want to go through and you want to kind of create a list. You might want your top 5 or top 10 units because you never know when those are going to sell out, the ones you're going to be looking at right away. So you want to have a backup plan right away. And that's why going into this, it's very beneficial to have an insider membership. Jump into filtering 2.0, select Idaho, select mule deer, select what your criteria is, start diving in, read that terrain. Is that terrain going to be conducive to your hunting style? Or you're the type of person who maybe wants more ATV access, start looking around at that, and then jump over to GoHunt Maps as well at the same time and look at that unit, look at the public land, see if there's potential for animals in that public land in said unit. Mark that as your one choice, your two choice, your three choice.
What's your unit?
Which one was that?
All of them. All of them I can get a tag.
How many do you have on your list before you go into the Idaho draw? Like how many options?
How deep do you go?
I probably go 5 to 7. Like I know what I want,
and
when
I you get in, what number are you usually at?
Like in the waiting period,
yeah.
I'm always at the 10,000 number, so I'm always.
But
just
like
stressed.
from down on your list, do you ever get your top option?
No.
Yeah.
You haven't yet.
Number one. We need to know what number one is thinking.
Have you panicked yet? Have you got to?
I panic every time.
I know, but have you got to the screen where you got your opportunity to purchase and none of your top 5 were on the list, and then you're just like you're in panic mode?
I just don't know what to do.
And so one thing I'll call out.
Just go with the number you like.
Yeah.
It's like when you're betting horse races.
That's when I start texting people.
Yeah.
I'm like texting people.
You've got about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that I text people
that I know. But if you don't have
Idaho.
somebody to text, what do you do? I mean, we're fortunate to be able to
That's why you need GoHunt Insider, because then I would quickly go check.
Go in. Yeah.
Well,
check that unit and be like, is this something I want to do?
To Brady's point, I think you need to go deeper than maybe your top 5. Maybe take it top 10.
Yeah.
Go dive deeper because they are selling out quicker and there is more demand than ever.
I mean, too, right, with the law of averages, you'll have a top 5 and then kind of 6 through 10 will all be relatively similar, right? Like that's kind of how it'll work. And then you can decide quickly from there.
Yeah. And sometimes I've actually gone into the system. This happened more so on the August one when you could pick up a second tag, where I got in. It didn't show the units that I wanted were not sold out yet. I look at the list, and it showed all the tags were not available to me. It had them all grayed out. I was like, there's no way that's possible. So I clicked refresh, and luckily it didn't kick me out, but then the units popped up again. So it's like a little bit of an error on their side. Like I got into the system, went to look at the tags, it didn't show anything. I did click refresh, and boom, it populated my list. So sometimes that happens as well. You might want to refresh the screen to see what the units available are.
If you get kicked out, don't blame Brady.
Yeah, don't. I would not refresh unless you have to.
Call Brady.
His number is.
Message him.
Brady, tell me.
Speaking of, you know Stetson Bennett for Georgia? So Georgia just played Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee got a hold of his cell phone number and leaked it, and we're crushing his number. Like, you're right, like, sports hall for the mind games. That's a little, I mean, come on.
Somehow
So the first touchdown he ran in, he gave the call me sign. Fucking gangster.
Yeah.
Torched
him.
Awesome.
And then crushed him.
Crushed them.
Absolutely
brutal.
crushed him.
Tell me about control hunts. So you mentioned control hunts. What's a control hunt in Idaho? And tell me, Is buying the hunting license, even if you don't buy, even let's say that you don't get an over-the-counter permit on December 1st.
But you already bought your hunt license?
Yeah, what can you do with it?
You definitely want to then apply in the control draw later in the year. So the control draw is more like basically I guess you could say like your limited entry type stuff. And that's a totally separate draw. And those are like, so if you already had an OTC tag and you did a control draw, you have an option to turn in your OTC tag for the controlled one later on. So it's like, if you buy your hunt license and you still get an over-the-counter license, it's very beneficial. You might as well apply in the control draw because you're more likely it's going to be a higher quality hunt because those tags are going to be limited for both residents and non-residents. So there's going to be less competition in the field.
Yep.
And then you can do elk controlled, you have deer controlled, you have your sheep, moose, and
Yeah, so you have to pick. So if you apply in Idaho and you apply in the control draws, you can apply for deer, elk, and antelope. So you can apply for all three, or you can apply for one once in a lifetime species like moose or sheep.
I like that. I like the way they do that.
You have to pick and choose. I like the fact that you can apply for all three, deer, elk, and antelope on a control.
And then picking the
and
one.
then pick the other.
I like
and
that.
consequently, I mean, that's why we'll probably talk about it more once the control draws open up. But that's consequently why you have better odds for some of those other species like moose or sheep, is because you can only apply for that one species.
It siphons off the public into those.
Yep, it does. Yeah, it's interesting.
I do like that.
Yep.
So yeah, if you I always say buy your hunt license at a time. If you're a guy who really wants to go to Idaho and you want to apply in control draw later, just make it easy on yourself.
Yeah.
It's already stressful enough going into this OTC general season like non-resident deer tag sale. So I just make sure I have all my ducks in a row before I jump into this.
Yep. The last thing I would say about Idaho that I find interesting and I like it actually is that you can actually return an over-the-counter permit that you bought.
Yep.
You've got till April 1st. You can return that and get 75% of your costs back. You've got, I think, April to June. You can return it and get 50% back. And then July to about September, I think you can get 25% back. Past September, it's yours and nothing back. So
that is nice.
It does make it nice because you can put a permit in your pocket for 2023. You can go through quite a few of the other states' draws and see what lands. If nothing sticks, you keep your permit and go hunting. If not, you can return that thing back. And you're going to eat some money, but at least
you're guaranteed
you have a guaranteed
At least
hunt.
you have a guaranteed hunt.
And even if you are last in line, there's going to be something.
Yeah, hopefully.
There'll be something terrible.
And the nice thing too, like even if you don't get your tag on December 1st, let's say you're busy or working, like that's another thing that's kind of hard too for some of these people who are over-the-road truck drivers or people who have construction jobs. They can't be on their phone the whole time because you could do this on your phone or computer, but you have to dedicate some time to this. If you miss out then, Idaho does have, I think it's like 9 other return tag sale dates, and then it's the same sort of process. You'll see the list on a Tuesday, and then that Thursday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, those tags will go on sale. So you do have other opportunities when people do turn back their tags. A lot of times it happens when other draws come out.
Yep.
It gets substantially less and less, though.
Yep, there's definitely less and less tags throughout the whole process. And then once August, usually it's like the 5th of August, you can do they have another opportunity where residents and non-residents could pick up a second tag, and then it's open for people to pick up their first tags as well.
Yeah, I think last year I was on there for 5 hours.
Yeah, we were on there. Yeah,
I was sitting in line for 5 hours.
Yeah. So you do. That's what I mean. It's hard.
Like you have to have
I didn't do it last
scheduled
year.
out time to just like sit there
that's
with
a
your
lot.
computer.
That's dedicated.
Yeah, hopefully you work at a desk that day.
Yeah.
And you could just leave a window open and continue working until you see your chance pop up.
Yeah. Or if you can take the morning off, like somehow you have a job that can do that. Like it might be beneficial if you really are dedicated and want to make a hunt. Like it's a good way to do it.
And it's nice knowing that you have a tag in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's always good. The insurance of knowing you're going hunting.
Right.
It's a great feeling.
Especially and before the year's even over.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going hunting in 2023 and 2022. It isn't even the sun hasn't set yet.
I believe the tag costs what, $351.75 or something like that.
Yeah, and you're 641 or 6 something I think for an elk tag. 653. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's
never done it.
Odd numbers. Wonder why the odd numbers.
I don't know.
It's really interesting.
You are an elk guy though now.
Yeah, you are.
You are.
Oh, gosh.
Let's talk about Idaho.
My sabbatical.
The bad and good.
Whew. How do you want to start this?
This is your story. This is your hunt.
Let's start with the good.
Let's start with the good.
The good. Well, the good thing is
I always start with bad first, personally.
Okay,
but let's go good. Let's go. I mean, that's you. He wanted to go good first. We're supposed to be in sync.
I know.
We're wearing the same.
Same hoodie today. I know. I got your text message this morning to wear it, and I did my part. This bear keeps following.
This bear.
I feel like I'm getting constantly attacked by a
Trail's
bear.
consistently getting attacked by the bear rug.
You like it?
Just out of the corner of my eye, I see a bear's mouth.
that leads us right into the good.
Yeah, that is the good.
So the good part is Idaho allows you with a non-resident deer tag, non-resident elk tag as well. You can downgrade it to a mountain lion, wolf, or black bear when you're out deer hunting.
Which is super cool.
Very,
I
very
love
cool.
that. I think more states should take advantage of that. It's awesome.
I agree.
Especially when they're wanting to manage some of these predators for
Yeah.
whatever reasons. They're high populations. They know they can do that. They know they can sustain some opportunity harvest.
Yeah.
Basically what is an opportunity harvest. You're just glassing up an animal and decide to burn your tag
Yeah.
on something. And it's very, very cool. So halfway through my Idaho hunt, I will say it was in Idaho because we're talking about it. Thanks, guys.
How are we supposed to talk about Idaho?
I mean, unless you shot that lion in Colorado, then,
Yeah, I definitely didn't do that
then
there.
we got a problem.
Yeah.
Big problem.
But yeah, I ended
Shot
up.
in California.
This is like the fourth camp I had moved in Idaho. Had a chance of I hunted before the storm, so it was no nasty weather. It was really high. Not seeing a lot.
It was
of
hot.
I was so hot. I was literally in my teepee with my sleeping bag rolled open the whole night. It was so
Sauna.
hot.
Yeah, that's rough. How high were you?
Was that like 8.5? I think in that spot. And
pretty
Not
good
high
for-
enough.
Pretty good for Idaho.
Can you get
there's not a lot of higher plus.
could
Yeah,
you could
that's
you
pretty
get
good for
higher in that
Idaho.
unit?
No, I was at the top. Where you could
Idaho's
go.
kind of interesting with the.
It is
altitude. It's interesting.
And so it wasn't seeing a lot of big deer. Seeing some small bucks, bunch of does, shit tons of elk, just elk all over the place.
You're an elk guy.
Did you
We'll get
wish
into
you had an elk tag?
No.
Come on. You're lying.
Did you see any bulls?
I saw some small bulls, but mostly cows in
Okay.
Idaho.
Nothing big then.
Nothing big, yeah. And so yeah, hunted really high there. Moved camp one time there, and then I realized, well, this snowstorm's going to come because I was updating my InReach constantly. I always pay for the premium.
Me
update
too.
on InReach.
It's a great. It is
You can get the hourly. You can get the extended days.
well worth.
Well worth it.
Well worth it.
I'm
It's
still not
so
sure-
nice to ping that weather in. It's
I'm
so
still not
nice.
sure if you do the premium, if it just takes one of your message away, because premium, when I do the unlimited thing, so I don't have a message restriction at all. But I know if you do basic, it basically just uses one of your messages.
Yeah. Yeah.
What InReach did you take? Did you buy a new InReach?
I bought the new InReach.
How was the
mini?
service?
Amazing.
Is
It's
it
so much
faster?
faster.
Mine was slow.
It
Mine's
actually
so
it actually
slow.
grabs more satellites too, and the menu system is way easier to use. And I turn it on, and basically before I would always have to hold it to actually get satellites. Like I had to be in my hand for some reason. Like I always saw my friends who
the
had the update.
InReach Mini.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
the
I had the
old one?
old mini, not
Yeah.
the mini 2, the mini regular one. And like some of my friends who had the newer one have had it in their backpack, and they're like, I'm like, what are you doing texting? I was like, oh, I have my InReach in my backpack. And
Yeah.
I was like,
You bought
mine-
the Mini 2 Plus, the new one.
Yeah,
Mini
the-
2. I did not buy the Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you
So the
just-
Messenger
Gotcha.
is
Not the little
brick.
guy, the puck.
Yeah, not the puck.
Okay.
I like the Mini 2 because it has a menu system,
It's
and
the
I
one
can
I
see
have
more of the
too.
weather information. I can see the screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I do like that it had more satellites, and the now it has a dedicated app with it, the Explorer app.
Yeah. I
Which
leave
the
mine
other
hooked
one-
to the top part of my backpack. And
Mine's
it's
always
just
on my
out.
bino
Yeah.
harness. And then, because like the old one had the EarthMate app, which
Yep.
they basically not discontinued it, but they're not going to update it
So
anymore.
we're not going to support it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
So I-
something to this then.
Yeah, so I got the Mini 2 instead of the upgraded one. The upgraded one just came out like a week before the
Yeah.
Messenger, but I just like that screen. I like how small it is, and it's handy. So I was
Yeah.
using that all the time, but the Mini 2 is phenomenal.
Damn it.
Gotcha.
So it's
So what am I
constantly
going to do with the?
Buy it.
You got to
Mini-
buy a new one. Me
Gotta
too.
buy it.
I'm still in the Earthmate, Matt.
Hey,
or
Me
Christmas.
too.
Do you have a loved one in your life you can send a Christmas
No
list to?
loved ones.
No.
Not that guy.
SOS.
Yep.
Abby.
The
If you-
the
Abby, I
beautiful-
know
the-
Abby listens to this.
And
Yeah,
the
she
beautiful
does.
part about that is you can actually say, if you love me and want me to be
Right,
safe,
Exactly.
this is a present for both of us, actually.
Yeah. Don't leave me out to dry.
You can spin it.
Yep. Yep.
It's for
I
the
like
hunt.
that.
It's
I like
for the hunt.
that. It's for the hunt.
Yeah.
It's not for me. It's for
for
you.
the-
It's for you, so you know I'm
It's for you.
safe.
Yeah.
And then, so then I moved. I knew the storm was coming. I was like, well, I can either stay here, outlast this storm in this spot, but I'm not already seeing bucks to begin with. So, like, I don't know if this storm's going to make this spot actually better and a bunch of snow in this area. So I bailed out of there.
How many days?
I was already in there for maybe 4 or 5 days.
You're not seeing
That's a good
shit.
amount.
Not seeing shit.
How many days is enough in your mind? We were talking about this
Mm-hmm.
when you weren't here. How many days is enough?
I like a morning, evening, and a morning to fully figure out a spot. I never based everything just on an evening because it seems
Yeah.
like activity is always slow in
Yep.
the evening. Mornings are always pretty good. If I know there's a giant in there, though, I will stay there longer.
That's what we said.
That's right on us. That's
Yep.
good to. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's good validity to that
Yeah,
strategy.
but it's always hard to, sometimes it's go with your gut because, like, if you're there and you think everything's perfect, you see some deer numbers, you've seen some small
that
bucks.
gut feel.
A lot of times,
intuition.
you can go a little bit higher, but I'm at the top already and I'm still seeing dinks and not seeing anything giant. And yes, it's hot, so they're in the timber. So I did do a little bit of like still hunting, trying to find some tracks in the timber, but like I still wasn't seeing what I wanted to do. Bailed out of there, went to a new spot. I knew that storm was coming in the evening. Hiked all the way up, started setting up my camp, starting to spit and snow. So I'm like, dude, I gotta freaking get some firewood going.
Yeah.
Spent a ton of time cutting wood. That storm hits and basically dumps like 12 to 15 inches that night.
That's a storm.
That's a good one.
That's
it was
a
a
good
gnarly
early
storm. And basically I lost the next full day of hunting because I tried glassing. You can only see 150
super
yards.
windy too.
Yeah.
Was it windy? How windy was it for you?
Oh,
It was.
15.
No
yeah, I
kidding.
forgot you were out
I
there
was
too,
out
weren't
there
you?
too. I was camped.
That's right. You were.
I was wondering, what are you saying? Super windy.
I'm helping him build his story.
Yeah.
Which
I'm,
hey,
I'm Brady's hype man right now.
Shut up,
Trail was somewhere down the ridge,
How
not
do you know
telling
all
me.
this?
Come on, Trail.
Trail was watching Brady through binos. Your tent looked like it was shattering.
And so the
Super
crazy thing
windy.
about that
The wind is
storm
blowing.
was it was still so warm out, so all that snow was really wet and heavy.
Oh, I don't like
So
that.
I pitched my teepee. It's got that new the Dyneema Cimarron. I had the carbon fiber pole, and I woke up at night once, and I was like, "What's this heavy thing on the side of my face?"
Sagged in.
The snow was sticking to the side, even though I pitched it perfectly, so it's a nice angle. The snow was sticking to the side that it pulled my center pole down into the mud, so it made my teepee arc out on the side, so all the snow was just like right on me.
Yeah.
And then so I had to go outside at like 1 a.m. and clear out all the snow around my teepee. And then for the next entire time of that night, I had to constantly wake up every hour, almost on the hour, and hit the snow off my teepee.
Hit the sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the sack off your face.
And then the next day,
Is that what you guys were laughing
Yeah.
at? I knew
There's
you guys
this
were laughing at that.
heavy
It's
thing
really
on my
heavy
face.
thing on my face.
and now I'm like, well, dude, I need a freaking flat rock. I need a flat rock to put underneath there so it stops sinking in the ground. But now everything's freaking covered in snow. And luckily I had a rock near my teepee where I was pounding in the stakes for, and it was kind of flat. So I found that finally by digging in the snow, put that under the pole, put the pole back on top of it to make that teepee pitched out a little bit better. And then I hunted there for.
Did the snow burn off consistently every day?
Yeah, we got openings in the evening. It would stop snowing, but like it snowed constantly.
Yeah.
Did you think you were too high?
No, because I was seeing deer tracks everywhere. There was no joke. I was up on top of this
Buck
nasty
tracks or
ridge.
just deer
Buck
tracks? Buck
I
tracks.
found one really good buck track, and I hunted him for quite a while.
That'll get you
never
going.
could
for sure.
glass him up, and I was like, dude, he was on this one spot. At first I was like, dude, is that a mountain goat track? I'm like, I don't think there's any mountain goats in my area, but he was literally on a knife ridge, just past my knee-deep snow. He was walking right through that shit.
That
We've
was
seen
a
some
mountain
deer
goat track.
We've seen some deer do some pretty.
That
Noah.
was a mountain goat track.
We've seen some deer do some pretty wild shit.
Yeah,
And
on some of those like cliff
Yeah, yeah.
things. And so I had deer tracks up there. I was seeing a pile of elk at the spot. Just getting really pissed. I hate seeing elk when I'm deer hunting. Just absolutely hate it.
There's part of you that likes it, right? I mean, you're
I've seen animals.
You're seeing something.
It's enjoyable to see animals.
When
I am.
you- when
You
you
know me.
see-
I'll
you-
sit watching birds and all that shit.
You've never
like,
looked at an elk and been pissed. You've been like,
I don't
Oh,
know.
I-
Brady does get pretty pissed.
I do get-
Brady gets fired up.
like I don't.
You feel a warm hug when you see one.
But I
You
don't
know
like.
you
I don't like
do.
seeing them in the
Yeah.
same area of deer. They don't like obviously outcompete each other, but I don't think they enjoy each other. You know,
They're not best buds.
they're not best buds.
That's
They're not-
valid.
think so?
they're not
I would
second cousins.
I would agree with that. That's valid.
Yeah,
So, like, I see
I
elk
don't
all-
think they intermingle very well.
And the thing I hate too about seeing elk is I always know there's going to be some freaking elk hunters nearby.
That's-
I did not
that-
see any this trip though, but I know in the back of my mind there's going to be some hunters that are going to come in and hunt it. They're going to blow through all my deer
Yeah.
and spook them
That's
all
the
out.
Colorado special.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My experience in Colorado, if you're seeing elk where you're trying to hunt deer, you're going to be crushed with people. Now the flip side of that though is I've been involved in a couple different experiences where the elk hunters are awesome and they're very
intel.
yeah they're very willing to talk. Obviously I have been in the past too of explaining where we've seen elk because I want them to go and they want me to go.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's very favorable in transferring knowledge to each other.
Elk hunters seem to be much more kind.
And I've
Yeah,
been
deer hunters are assholes.
well, they're introverts and secretive,
Yeah.
right?
The whole
But the
conversation.
elk, I've been
Weirdos.
involved 2 out of my 10 years in Colorado. I've had 2 years where the elk hunters were the reasons why we killed.
Good tip.
You're welcome, Brady.
That's what I was
Say
hoping
hi.
to see someone
Make a
because
friend.
That's a
I
good
really
tip.
wanted to meet a hunter because like, hey, have you guys seen deer? I've seen a bunch of elk. Like let's trade some info here. But that's the thing too. I wanted to discuss too. Like the whole reason this Idaho system changed is because everyone says there's people all over the place, non-residents everywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I haven't run into a single hunter in Idaho in so long.
I don't know how valid we can take this. I don't know how
Sounds like
valid.
you're not a very good spot.
I don't know.
Maybe that's why, because no one else there.
Yeah, I mean, you're always in good spots because you do so much research, but there's very few people willing. Yeah. So
especially camping and that
especially
kind of stuff.
camping.
There's very few people that are going to backpack hunt and
Brady,
out in it.
You've got a insane knack for finding places.
I just like to be by myself. I know you could kill deer closer. I know you could see some more deer, but I like the experience I get when I go as far in as possible and hunt deer how I want to hunt
I can understand that. Fully understand that.
And that's why I know there's definitely deer other places, but it's just like I love that adventure style. I love the struggle. I love waking up at night with the snow. My water's freezing. My beard's just full of ice every single day.
He does love that.
I've
seen it
firsthand. It just brings me.
I
I think I was born 200 years too late.
I would
love to be a mountain man in the cabin.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I don't know your body fat composition. I don't know if you'd make it.
You might
back
struggle.
in those
If you
days.
watched Alone,
You're dead.
You, my friend.
You need to.
Yeah. So then I was up
Cheeseburger. Yeah.
So I was up there for a few days, and I was also getting frustrated too because I'd go out and make these tracks in the snow, in glass these basins, not seeing anything, and I'd come back on the same track line, and there'd be freaking deer tracks on my tracks. Like they'd be using my tracks to like navigate. I'm like, where the frick were these? Like, should I just sit in my camp and just glass the ridge line? Like, so I wasn't seeing what I wanted to see. So I'm like, dude, it's gonna snow again. I need to move locations. All I'm seeing is elk up here. There's a few deer tracks, but I'm not just seeing them. So why waste more time up here? And I got way up on top. I glassed all the way across this basin. I was like, dude, that terrain over there looks really good. Jumped on GoHunt maps, started like making a plan a little bit and marking waypoints from where I'm at right now so I can reference it all the way across. Like, dude, that basin looks great. So I was marking those spots. And that's why I really like switching over to like topo, because I have a hard time seeing satellite imagery sometimes, like seeing all the ridge lines and everything. But I switched over to topo.
It's really tough.
And I was able to drop the reference point. So I knew where I wanted to go. I was like, all right, those are the spots. I didn't want to waste the day hunting, so I packed up camp in the dark, hiked all the way out in the dark, relocated my area in the dark in my truck, got to the area, relocated reloaded up all the food I needed for this next journey, and started hiking up the trail in the morning.
How many days were you planning on? However many
I
days
had
it took,
another 6 more days I had planned.
So you were going all 6 days in that spot, no matter what.
Yep. And so I started hiking up this trail. Started getting off the trail, getting way up in the mountains, started glassing all those little finger ridges. And as I was going up, I was seeing some big tracks and some little tracks. Like maybe there's some, bucks following some does, but there was that one big track that I saw. I put my hand next to it. He was like almost the same size. It wasn't really rounded at the top on his hoofs yet, so it was maybe like a little younger deer, but it definitely looked like a buck track. So I'm like, dude, I'm going to be in bucks. This is going to be awesome. I've seen tons of tracks going in on this fresh snow.
Oh, the age-old, I'm getting into them thought.
Yep. And this spot,
tale as old as time.
And
I'm back.
And this spot, too, right away was like a little bit lower, so it wasn't as much snow in this spot, but I was going to be getting back up in the snow, and there's going to be another snowstorm coming that evening. Yeah. So like, all right, I'm going to get up here. I'm seeing some tracks in the dirt. They're starting to get some tracks in the snow. Glass these knobs, saw some small doe, or just a little bit of does. Get up on my second glassing knob of the morning. Just start glassing a little bit. Literally, it's one of those times again where I sit down. I'm only glassing for 5 minutes. I'm like, boom, there's an animal.
I love those.
And it's almost like one of those things too. Like
nice.
I've done it before. Where you throw your binos on, you look through the first time, there's an animal right there. That's like the best feeling.
It's like you look for focus and just general like situation. Not even, and you put it in. You're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Then you thought you were in the honey hole then, didn't you?
Yeah, because I started seeing deer, and all of a sudden, boom, see a brown object. But it's a brown object on a rock, on a boulder.
Sasquatch.
And then instantly, I was like, it didn't click in my head at first. I'm like, yeah, it's not so deep. I've always wanted to see one. I don't think they exist. They don't exist. There's no way. But it's on this boulder, and all of a sudden I'm like, dude, that's a freaking mountain lion. Literally, like how you expect to see a mountain.
Did it take a second to register?
It totally did. I was like, I didn't know what that was at first. It was a brown object.
The ones I've seen before that I've glassed up, it's because you don't expect to see them.
Yeah,
you never see them ever. Same with the bobcat. I've glassed up bobcats before. Same thing. You look at it and you're like, wait, what is that? It kind of takes a second.
Yep. I was coos hunting in Arizona a long time ago. It's the one time I've glassed up just purely right in the sunlight on a rock, very similar. And it took me a while to process, like.
Yeah, what you're
because Arizona, you got a bunch of weird stuff down south. And it's like what?
Yeah.
What? And it like took a second.
Why are they always on top of a rock? What are they doing up there? Just better vantage point? Just waiting for
it's like
something
he
to
was
go
saying. He not to encroach on your story here by any means, but he was saying like he's on a rock. When he jumps off, what do they do? He's not going to feed.
That's my whole process. Is the cat going to leave this, like where the cat was on the boulder?
Was it a big rock?
Yeah, it was a big boulder.
Yeah, it's just like you, man. If you're gonna go stalk a deer, you're gonna go up in glass. You find a big ledge to perch yourself on.
And so the great part about this is, and I'll probably get flack for it or whatever, but like I practice shooting my gun all year. Everyone knows that. I love.
We talked about it.
I love dialing in my loads, shooting long distance practice so I can shoot closer, but I know I'm capable of launching a bomb if I need to. Fully understand everything that's gonna happen if I pull that trigger. I know.
So you're saying this was a far shot?
This is a far shot.
When you saw the lion,
on a relatively small animal.
So when you saw this lion, was there internal debate? Did you think about like, should I shoot it? Should I not shoot it?
Well,
what's the thought process?
The thing I like that I will explain as well. I did have 2 deer tags.
Okay.
I picked up my tag December 1st, and I picked up my second tag in the same unit.
Another huge benefit of Idaho.
So you can get 2
So at that point, it's a no-brainer.
The downgrade is super easy.
And I do have 2 wolf tags already in my pocket. I still have 1 bear tag left this year, but I knew I still had another deer tag left. So it's an absolute no-brainer. I'm shooting this line. Like I've glassed up 4 or 5 lines in my day and seen some at night, but like this is the first time I see a lion and I have an opportunity to kill it.
You have a tag in your pocket.
And I have a tag in my pocket, so I can downgrade that to a mountain lion. So I see this thing. It's sitting on the boulder, but there's a bunch of brush right in the way. So I'm setting up the spotter, and I use that new ATC Swaro.
Thing's so cool.
I got luckily Swaro let me borrow it. I did have to return it.
We'll see how much people love me and my family when I send over my Christmas list.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was
send that one to Neville's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Also.
So I start setting the spotter up, and there's a burnt tree right in front of that line, a bunch of branches coming out, blocked on that rock. And I'm like, dude, that'd be so sick to shoot that line on that rock right now. But then, like you're saying, I'm like, what the frick does a lion do when it leaves a rock? It's not gonna go and start feeding on this vegetation, give me a ton of time. It's probably sitting there looking at a rabbit. Maybe there's something down below it's going to go hunt. And I'm like, maybe it's going to go climb a freaking tree. Like, I don't know. Like, what do cats do?
They're always moving when I see them.
Yeah.
They're either laying on a rock or they're moving.
I've glassed them moving, but the one in Arizona is the only time I've seen it, like, not moving. So it took a second because it's, sitting chest facing me. I'm like, what is that? Because every time you can see the tail, it's like different when you see him moving, and it's not as like jarring to see him moving and being sneaky. When you see him just like there on a rock, and then you're trying to figure out how to shoot it. When he was telling me that, I'm like, fuck, that's a good point. Like, what do they do? He's not going to jump down and start feeding.
And I always heard too, like you see a lion during the day, they're hunting, right? Like they're probably otherwise they'd be chilling, waiting for night to actually hunt. So maybe they're in the process of hunting something. Like, this lion was like looking around down in the brush and stuff like that. I'm just getting set up. I'm on my gun, not doing anything, still on the rock. I'm moving back to my spotter to make sure everything's good. And then finally this thing hops off the rock and starts taking a few steps over. Like, oh shit, it's gonna happen. Went over back to my spotter, click record on the digiscope because I'm solo. I'm just trying to do this all by myself. Get on the gun. This cat moves a little bit. Stops. I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. Had the range totally dialed. Already had the wind dialed. And I don't know if
Are you prone?
Yeah, laying down. I'm laying in the snow, just absolutely frozen. I took my little stealthy hunter glassing pad, trying to put it underneath me a little bit. My legs are I'm shaking.
Are you gun on a bipod?
Yep.
Rear support?
Rear support, rugged ridge rear support on there. I have my 2-round ammo holder on the side. I got my 10 rounds laying right there next to me just in case I somehow need something. This is always what I do. I have ammo there,
process,
ammo there.
That's what we spoke to last time too. It's like when you have your process,
having all your ducks in a
that's
row.
what makes that shot easier to carry out.
And I know I only need one shot, but it's like I want the round sitting next to me as well. This is what I do because once I get in position, I always put the ammo in my pocket. And I'll take that ammo wallet out, the going ammo wallet.
I always get made fun of comparing it to golf, but it's you want the good thoughts in your mind. You don't ever want to have a thought in your mind like, oh, I don't have anything next to me. You want all those calm thoughts that everything's good.
Do you do it as well, where you take your binos out and you lay your binos next to you?
I take my binos off, completely off, and put them back.
Because sometimes when you're laying down, that bino harsh kind of gets in the way. So I had my binos out and my rangefinder out. I was just clicking the range, making sure it dialed to what I need to do. It was a poke.
How far?
When you
706.
Yeah, 706.
That's not far for you.
No, and it's 300 rum, and I know this thing just crushes. It crushes
Here's
everything
the thing.
I aim at.
You can't define, like if you can't define, like how far is too far, because it's different for everyone, right? So like, that's not far for you.
No, and the thing is too, like. That's why everyone's like, why do you carry a 14-pound rifle? Well, because I trust it. I trust when I lay that gun down, it's so steady. Everything's just perfect. All my loads are perfect that I know when I get behind that gun, I am ice cold, and that animal is literally dead right there before I even do anything.
You got the proof.
That sounded pretty icy.
He's got the proof because he showed me the kill shot today.
Yeah, I saw it too.
So like, you can't argue.
Oh yeah,
you can hate on guys who shoot really far and practice all year, but they're just honing their craft a little bit differently. You could hone your craft by being the best horseman, by being the best person stalking, but I want more tools in my toolkit. So this is just another way that I know I will kill an animal by being very proficient with the rifle, that no matter what distance, as long as I know the wind's the hardest part, but I know when I lay down, I'm going to kill that animal. And so I knew that this cat is dead.
Yep.
And I have a perfect opportunity. So I start walking over a little bit. I'm on my gun. Just everything's just calm. I look at my finger position. All that stuff's perfect. Bubble's perfect. Cat stops. Squeeze the trigger off. I did actually remember to put my earplugs in this time, which I'm very proud
That's
about.
good. I usually always forget that.
Because in the heat of the moment, I was grabbing everything out, and I was like, dude, there's my earplugs. Got to put them on.
And Brady can't hear.
I can't hear because I have shot my gun too much without it.
Yes.
And like even yesterday, Neville, when you were in my truck, you were like, let's go here to eat. And I'm like, what? What?
That's the first thing that comes out of his mouth every time I talk to him.
And we were watching the new Game of Thrones, The House of Dragon last night. And
you guys were?
Yeah, we're chilling.
And these guys.
You guys were nerding out last night.
Do we even out with each other?
We're riding each other's dragons.
And I'm like, Neville, you notice I have the captions on? He's like, yeah, I know you're deaf. I have the closed captions on.
They are hard.
It's that bad already?
Snap. For real?
It's legitimately
that bad. You also have closed captions?
You also have all those accents.
Do you have tinnitus? Where your ears ring constantly?
All the time?
They ring when I'm out in the field. But it's really calm. I can hear them ringing.
I have tinnitus. Full
Can we fix that?
So there's a couple people working on cures for it, because it's essentially a disease, I guess. Tinnitus is how it would be defined. I don't know if you guys know.
You
about
guys
that.
got diseases
like Meniere's disease and tinnitus. It's brought on by constant degradation of your middle ear, and so I don't know. I mean, I would imagine all the other shit I used to do when I was young is why I have it. But that's why I can hear decently well, but my tinnitus is through the roof. Like, I just constantly hear ringing.
So, yeah, I'm glad I have my ear protection in. I'm on the gun, getting ready to pull the trigger, like I said, or press the trigger. And I'm looking at the... Not pull. You're pressing. Pressing like
Wait, what?
You hear him? He said, he's like, I'm getting ready to pull the trigger. I mean, I press the trigger.
Yeah. So like the way you shoot...
You don't pull a trigger anymore?
No, the way you're supposed to shoot a rifle is basically like, you're typing on your keyboard, you're just like tapping the little buttons.
Yeah.
It's that same pressure when you push on the trigger. That's why I shoot a really light trigger, because I can just feel everything.
Yeah.
That's offensive. You can't say pull.
Like back in what's the movie? Was it Platoon, or when the sniper ones were like carving their finger a little bit to make more sensitive?
Right.
Like I've always thought I really want to do that, just like feel the trigger more.
I don't doubt you would do that. I'm actually surprised you haven't done that.
Yeah, just
what do you do to your finger?
Be more dedicated.
Take a knife and like shave your finger a little bit so it's more sensitive.
You know how
you can feel that. You feel the pain.
Outer layer of your
Wouldn't
skin.
that just build up a callus and make it more?
Right before you're gonna do it, maybe. Like just take a little knife.
Oh, just right then. So
you
get out of the gun, you cut the end of your finger, get in the gun, pull the trigger. I mean, press the trigger.
Press the trigger.
Press. It's offensive.
Press.
You can't say pull.
Yeah. And so I had my hand.
I wasn't aware of this.
So I had hand position perfectly. Pulled a little light pressure into my shoulder. I noticed the brush right where the mountain line was going a little bit more left to right than I thought it was. So I gave it a little more MOA. I think it was like 2 1/4 MOA to the left at that distance. So it's like 14 inches. Sent the round, instantly heard it impact, and through my scope, that's another reason why I like a heavy gun. Doesn't move. I literally watched that bullet vapor trail hit that cat by
myself. I think that's the most valid thing for a heavy gun.
So I'm solo, so this is all important. That's why I also did scope too, so I know everything that's going on. And saw the cat roll. Didn't know exactly what happened, but I saw him roll out of the screen. Instantly jump up. I'm just freaking just shaking like a leaf. Like I'm so excited.
It is pretty cool for an opportunity lion kill.
Cool.
That's really awesome.
Like never thought this would happen.
I wonder how many self-filmed opportunity lion kills are out there.
And
it's pretty wild.
Should we roll the tape on this right now? Will you give us the footage?
We should put this in the podcast.
We're gonna roll the kill footage.
Roll tape.
And the cool thing is, I guarantee
Check the tape.
I guarantee it. I'm the first person ever to record a mountain lion kill with the Swaro ATC 17-40 sparring scope.
That is true.
Write that down.
How many other opportunistic lions have been killed already this year with a rifle that's not been gone with dogs?
How many people have that scope in the first place? There's like none.
Yeah, how many?
Yeah, and I was very fortunate.
Zero.
I'll say I did
Brady.
borrow it. I borrowed it. I had to mail it back.
Hey, there's benefits of being Swaro Dealer of the Year.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's big benefits to that.
Go on.
Had a baby Cody Nelson.
Yeah.
That a baby, Cody Nelson.
So
need a battery change? 1 second, Brady.
Okay.
We're out of battery on the
Deep
camera.
breath.
And break.
Deep breath here. We still got audio though, right?
Yeah, we still got audio. We just got no footage for a second.
Gotta have.
Is this the point
especially if we're gonna check the tape.
This is the point in the YouTube podcast.
This is where we're gonna roll the footage of the mountain lion.
It took quite a.
That's a good idea.
It took quite a tumble.
So if you're watching right now, Brady's probably setting up the mountain lions.
Yep.
Walking.
I mean, proof's in the pudding, man. Like,
and it's really cool too because it's very crisp footage. So I had the spotter zoomed out because I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if I was going to lay down and that mountain lion was going to move and I had like relocate. I wanted to not jump back to the spotter, so I had the spotter zoomed out.
Yeah.
But the cool thing with the spotter zoomed out is you can literally see that vapor trail the whole entire way to impact that cap.
And it's awesome. It's
it
pretty
is
cool.
cool.
Did you guys see it? You
Yeah.
guys seen it?
Oh, yeah.
And then so after
awesome.
I
that
hit it,
thing tumbles hard.
Hard.
rolls.
I think it
how
jumps.
about how powerful? Yeah, it's the first
I think
jump.
it
Their
is like
legs
rolls
are so
and it's just
goddamn
like
powerful. The
jumping.
first jump, like mule kick on
Yeah.
elk and deer.
Yeah.
This is a mule kick like
Off the ground.
times 10. Like
Yeah.
this is.
It-
I mean, I don't know how far do you guys think, like legitimately, how far he jumped on that first like big leap? That had to be 20 feet
Yeah.
plus. Had
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah, I mean, I've hunted a lion one time, and the first arrow I shot it, that thing came out of a probably 50, 60 foot up in a big Doug fir. It made maybe 3 strides down the tree and full on leaped. I mean, I bet it leaped from
30 foot?
30 foot plus. Like
And landed perfect.
incredible. Yeah, and then took off, and then it ended up dying. But like, incredibly athletic animals.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. I had one when I was driving Highway 14 up to Panguitch, and like right at last light, I had one jump on top of the highway, and you know how that the other side,
berm? Mhm.
that big deep berm, jumped in front of me and then leaped off that side. I mean, I don't know. I was driving for the exact, but like all I remember in my head is like, how the fuck did that thing land that?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they're a cool animal.
Mm-hmm. So then I just basically jumped up, went over to the spotter, reviewed the footage, and I was like,
Check tape.
I killed a lion.
Yeah,
And like I zoomed in on it, and I was like, there's no way I could have placed that bullet any more perfect. Right behind the
I'll
shoulder.
co-sign on that. Agreed.
yeah.
And the great thing too, again, it's like it comes back to the heavy rifle and the system I love to use. Like I shoot now a 300 rum before I was shooting a 300 Win mag. That bullet can buck that wind perfectly, and and I dialed it too. But like I knew everything was going to be perfect at that distance.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna wound that line. I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah.
Like no joke, it's gonna die. If
You know what?
What if it was
What?
with the 6.5?
So
no,
quick tangent here. We were talking about calibers last podcast. Trail had a couple comments. I had a couple comments because we said and agreed, 6.5, 284, all this stuff. Like calibers work when you shoot animals well, right?
Yep.
Like that when you shoot them well, calibers work. We have nothing against 6.5s, 6.5, 284. Saw my brother tip over a bull at 600 plus. Like, I mean, dead in his tracks, flipped over backwards. Like
But I want to know why people hate the Creedmoor.
Yeah,
Why do people hate the 6.5?
and you are anti small gun.
big time.
Why?
There's no replacement for displacement. Would you like
Amen.
again? I want to kill
Well, now
something.
you sound smarter than me saying something like that when I asked you.
Yeah, I don't even know what you just said. Give me
No
that.
more
replacement
power.
for
Like
displacement.
if you're gonna sit there and have a drag race, you want to have the biggest fucking engine possible, right? You want the most power.
Yes.
We want to get there as fast as you can, rather than a guy who's maybe starts slow and goes faster. You want the power the whole way through. I want to be able to buck all the wind and hit an animal. And hunting is not perfect. There's
Never
times
is.
when you can hit that. If you have a 6.5 and you're shooting an elk, you hit it perfectly, it's going to die. I can take a 22 and kill an elk if it was a perfect shot, super close for opportunity. But what that thing takes a step, and I miss by a little bit. Even if it's a close shot, I'm talking 300 yards, and just a little bit, and that animal runs away because I shot a low caliber and broke a leg. But if I shot a 300 rum
Yep.
and hit that thing in the leg, it's going to fall down. I want to get another shot on it.
True.
I am going to kill it rather than it goes in the timber and I'm not going to be able to find it. And just, like I said, hunting is not perfect and there could be something in the way.
Famous saying about filming a hunt, this shit ain't Hollywood. You
Yeah.
can't make it the way you want it. It just happens
It's
the
the
way
same
it
thing
is.
too. You think about,
But here's the downside to that, though. You are Brady Miller, spend tons of time. I wish you're right. The world would be a better place if everybody would spend as much time at their craft as what Brady does, right? No denying that. Not a lot of people are fortunate enough to be able to do that,
yep,
right?
100%.
Other obligations, not as easy for them to do all this stuff.
Trying to get components to reload is impossible.
Yes, and there's just other factors in other people's lives. They don't work for a hunting company, for
Yep.
one, for starters. For two, families. For three, who knows what else they have. Maybe they live like, Vegas is a city, but it is so easy to get out of the city here. It's
Yep.
really not a true city.
Mm-hmm.
So what we were talking about is like his son
Scared of the gun, yeah. Scared of my 28 Nosler. It doesn't shoot that gun accurately at all.
And that's where it's great. That's what I would say.
To death of it.
That's what I would say too.
Weenie.
You need
buddy. Oh, buddy.
You need to toughen
you guys up. You and Lando can have a wrestling match.
You need to toughen him up.
I know somebody.
You said that.
Next podcast.
Next podcast. Landon.
Next podcast.
Get in here, Landon.
I will.
Lando.
We will go to the UFC PI. I will make a call, and we will get into the PI.
I'm putting money on Lando.
Let's go.
We got to do that. This is
Should we
brilliant.
just have boxing matches?
We're making content inside content
Yes.
right now.
And
I wouldn't take that one, Dev.
And that's a totally valid point, and I totally would. I would agree with the statement fully. But that's also where my heavy rifle comes into play. Like if he shot my gun, it's no different than shooting something else. And I have a nasty break on my gun where it does suck if you have a friend or you're on a guided hunt. And like it would be painful for a guy who does not have ear protections next to you because it's going to rock your ears. Or you go to a shooting range, you have a metal overhang. People get pissed off when you shoot big giant breaks. But I shoot them because then it tames all that rifle down, tames that recoil. That recoil is coming directly back at my body. My body's absorbing it all, but the weight is also absorbing it too. And I will sit there too and dig my bipod and dig that rear rest in, make sure everything's stable. So the point where I could literally probably walk up behind my rifle and just tap a trigger and kill an animal still as long as it was on it. Because
that's you spending time in that.
Yeah,
right?
But like if you put a big nasty break on your gun and tamed it down a little bit, I bet it would be a little more shootable.
But it's still it's a preconceived.
It is like if you
I'm
got
a
scared
weenie for
once,
always comparing shit to golf. I get it, but it's like you can't have a negative thought in your mind before you make the shot. And if you hand somebody a gun just by the name itself,
if they're scared of
this
it.
is and it's 14 pounds and it's a 300 mag, or like these words carry weight, right? It's like these hunters who don't get to do it a lot. There is a give and take to comfort with the gun, as far as the no replacement for displacement, as Brady Miller is famous for saying. But right, like there is and this is why, personally, why I support the smaller calibers is because understanding that not everybody. And it's just that preconceived thoughts. You can't have any negative thought in your mind before you pull the trigger. And that's where it comes down to like long range shooting is immoral, all that stuff. No, what's immoral is if you have negative thoughts in your mind and you still take the shot. That's how I define as that's
100%.
past your limit. If you have a negative thought in your mind before you're pulling that trigger, pressing that trigger.
Yeah, if you're thinking maybe I'll make this shot. Maybe this is going to work out. Maybe there's a chance that this will hit where I think it should.
That is immoral. And that is
if you get on a gun and you are scared of it and you're scared you're going to get scope eye, you've heard people do that before, and it's like all those thoughts, like you're saying, are rolling through your head, and it's making that situation uncomfortable. And then your breathing's going to increase, and you're going to start to get worried about it. Then you're second guessing yourself, like I'm going to pull this trigger, I'm not going to see it, I don't know if I'm going to hit it because you're scared of the gun. If you're scared of the gun, you shouldn't shoot a big gun like that.
Correct, and that's
what we're saying.
Yeah,
and it's also too.
We win.
It's also too like
we win.
We win. I'm pretty sure we just won that argument.
Here we go. Another argument though. Like when you're waterfowl hunting, do you shoot a 20 gauge at geese?
Listen. Now we're splitting hairs.
Do you shoot a 20 gauge at geese, or you can shoot a 12 gauge, or are you going on a big goose hunt? You're going to bring a 10 gauge because you want to kill that thing. There's you can't kill it more dead than dead. So might as well shoot.
But we already won.
Don't be scared of the gun.
We already won.
Have you ever been scared of shooting a gun?
No.
Like of the recoil?
That's easy to.
The bullet's already gone.
It's so
by the time
easy
I
to
feel
sit
that.
here and say that. It's so easy to
just
say.
go shoot one, then you'd be like, that wasn't that bad.
Okay, but that takes time and effort and practice, and not a lot of people have the time to go dedicate to getting comfortable behind a gun. And it's where I
think it's more talking about
I am very hard-headed.
being scared of a gun. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? It doesn't even kick that bad.
What's the worst that's going to happen? But it all comes down to the person.
Right.
Like I am very stubborn and very set in my ways when I truly believe something. And like that's where my head's at. Is if you have negative thoughts when you grab that gun, that is not your gun.
Yeah.
Go get a different one. It doesn't matter whether you don't like the noise, whether you don't like the weight, whatever it is. If you have a negative thought when you're behind the gun, don't shoot it.
And even too, I'll throw something in there. Like if I was a type of person who was maybe against long range shooting, long range hunting, whatever it is, and limit myself to 300 yards and maybe.
But here's the thing: you can't define long range hunting. Why is the definition of long range hunting 300?
But even if I was like a person like wanted to shoot,
is
like
that the definition?
I don't believe it.
I don't think there's.
But even
you
if I
can't define it. I believe long range hunting is if you have a negative thought in your head that maybe I'll hit it at this range, maybe
whether it's 200 or
that's too far.
1200?
That is you are now in long range, which should be practice only, right? Like you were in that range. If you at 704, 706, that's not long range. Right? Like you can't define it as that when.
And like I said, even if you're shooting something close and you're going to shoot a 243, 6.5 Creedmoor, and maybe it's a hunt of a lifetime for you, you've literally saved up your entire life savings to do this, your vacation, everything. Why leave it up to chance by shooting something that might not knock that animal down? Because again, it's hunting. You never know what's going to happen. I don't want to shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor.
Because you might not hit him in the first place if you don't like the gun.
If you don't.
Yeah.
That's the point.
That's the point. We win.
We win. We just won this.
I like forgiveness, Brady. I'm with you.
Yeah. It's like this. It's like the same thing when
The more forgiving, the better.
Yeah.
Is this because you guys watched, what was it last night together?
Game of Thrones.
And Spoon?
They were riding each other's dragons. So now
They're
they're on the same page.
shooting cannons.
But I just think there's it's a nice thing, again, we come back to, like we talked about with Cody Nelson, we have choices in hunting. You can shoot what you want to shoot. You can become comfortable what you want comfortable if you have the time to do it. But to me, I owe it to that animal to literally kill it as fast as I can.
Absolutely.
I freaking hate hitting an animal and not killing it and not knocking it down. It literally breaks me apart to do. That's why losing that archery deer destroyed me.
Yeah.
And so if I shoot a big gun, it's going to literally knock that thing down because of the shot, because of the perfect shot.
Yeah.
And I know it's not going to get away if I hit it, it's going to fall down. I'm going to get another second shot on it.
I do.
And I will do it the animal justice.
I do agree with you that you should work your way up as you can.
Yeah.
As you can.
It's a good point.
You should work your way up to, it's when you can't define something, it's very hard to put a number on it.
Yep.
You can't define exactly what it is. I don't think anybody can, right? Like there's a lot of big guns that do great things, but you should work your way up to a responsible, define whatever the fuck that is.
50 cal.
Yeah, right?
Yes,
it's so hard to put a number on it, but yes, you should, I think too, not having kids, right? Like you have high levels of experience with kids.
Mm-hmm.
I do with my cousins. I have my son himself. So you start to think through these things about working them up, right? And that's where I think that comes in. So you just take the gun that gives you good thoughts.
Yep.
But I do, working your way up is a good way to look at it.
I think it goes into because just like what my dad always taught us when we were younger, we instantly started on something smaller, but we jumped to 300 Win mags instantly. My whole family hunting whitetails in Minnesota, they shoot 300 Win mags. Yeah, that might be considered overkill, but again, you can't. It's just perfect for what
to your son story, it just popped in my mind. My Aunt Betsy drew a Henry Mountains deer tag. What year was that? That was a long time ago.
It's been a while. Yeah, I don't know.
God, that was a long time ago.
Long time.
Anyways, she's not a hunter, right? But my uncle would apply her, because why not if you're a Utah resident, for the best of the best and just get a chance to hunt it whenever you can, whether it's you, your kid, your wife, who cares. My Aunt Betsy ended up drawing the tag, and she was not comfortable with the bigger guns, and so they gave her the one she was comfortable with, ended up killing
a giant,
an unbelievable deer.
Yep.
It's the Henrys. But yeah, it's the comfort.
It is.
It just popped in my mind.
And then one more thing too about big guns, a lot of people will say well, you're going to ruin a bunch of meat. Well, again, it becomes down to how proficient are you with that weapon, because I know with my rum, if I shoot something in the shoulder, I'm going to destroy a shit ton of meat. But I know I can just hold off the shoulder then, and I will not ruin meat. So it's also going down to shot placement. So if you shoot a big giant gun, big bullet, and you're worried the bigger gun you shoot, you're going to ruin more meat, just don't hold on the shoulder and make sure you're the distance where it comes into. Because I always hear people you're going to ruin all the meat. It's no, I don't. I hit it where I want. I hit it where I want to hit it because I practice all the time to ensure I hit it. And yes, I do have some technology tools. I have a great Vortex rifle scope that literally tracks perfectly. I know exactly where it's going to shoot. I have an awesome rangefinder.
Vortex.
Shameless plug.
I caught that.
Freaking love that scope.
You got a Vortex shirt on today.
Yeah, I do.
Shameless plug.
But
look,
again,
anybody.
Again, it comes down to if you're going to hunt with a rifle in a mountain situation and you don't have the time to do it, literally find time to go dedicate to this. Stop going on a fishing trip on a Saturday, maybe shoot a couple more, because rifles, I think, get a bad rap too, because people think they sight it in and go hunting and maybe shoot 3 or 5 bullets before they go out and they're dialed. But it's archers are dedicated all year. If you're a person,
archery's harder.
If you just take the same mentality you would with the bow and practice all year with it, and don't pick up your rifle a week before.
Well, here's where it's my old football days here. Practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Yep.
Right? So you can't just go out there and wing shots and sight it in, and it's perfect practice makes perfect.
Sometimes I go to the range, I shoot 1 round.
Right.
That's perfect practice.
Because like I know everything was
you're
I
dialed
only
to that
needed one.
point, right?
Yeah.
That's perfect practice.
And even going out there too, like a rifle hunter sometimes will go out and shoot on perfectly calm days only. I sometimes go out in the desert when it's freaking windy.
You should.
Because I want to know what my bullet's going to do at all these distances in the wind, and I want to then trust the rangefinder and trust my Kestrel wind meter that data I'm collecting is quality data, because garbage in is garbage out.
Yes.
And you know me all the time when I go to the range. I have a notebook for every single gun I shoot. I track every single round.
You do.
All the temperature
I
while
thought
I'm
you were
shooting
just
it.
journaling all the
If the
time.
world was full of Brady's, this would be a better
But
place.
again, it's another tool in my
Yes.
toolkit. Like I'm very big on biology of deer, e-scouting deer, researching stuff, how to hunt them, how to glass them. But then my weapon as well is only there to kill. And that's its main purpose. So I want the best weapon possible and the most time spent to that weapon so I can kill no matter what distance it is.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here. Anybody who's complaining about ruining meat because you're shooting too big of a 300, come on. You're just trying to come up with something to make some waves.
Yeah, that's a little far-fetched.
I mean, kill the animal. We are going hunting. We're not going to a feedlot where you're just taking headshots all day.
And I don't go out there thinking like, oh yeah, I'm going to find a mule deer and back up so I can shoot a stupid distance.
Have you ever considered it?
Hold on, too close. Hold on.
Yeah, like no matter where it is, I want to just kill that deer, but I want to have that extra confidence knowing that I'm out here for one reason, to kill the biggest mule deer possible.
To kill an animal humanely, the biggest one humanely.
And
The
so
meat
like
thing,
no matter where.
Man, people come up with some weird stuff to complain about. That was a weird one.
Yeah. So yeah, the back to the mountain lion. We got on a tangent, but
Well, I
Wait,
did say
what?
it was going to be a tangent.
yeah, you did.
Ended up being a great tangent.
So then the thing that like most like started like getting in my mind, like I just shot a mountain lion. I'm shaking. Like you'll see the
What
footage.
time of day?
11:45.
Okay, mid-morning.
Perfect.
So I knew I had a bunch of time, but the storm was coming,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm by myself. So I'm like, dude, I shot a mountain lion, but I don't know if he's dead. Like I know he rolled down. Like I know he barrel rolled. I'm like, dude, I smoked him. Barrel rolled completely. But I'm like, he's in all these green brush. Like, no, I have to solo go over there. This mountain lion that if it knew it could kill me, it could kill me.
It would. Hey, shameless plug. Rangefinder tool, drop a waypoint.
Yep, and that's what I did. Dropped the rangefinder tool exactly. Hiked all the way over there. Dropped my pack. Well, first I was in reach of my
By the way,
dad
we suck at
because
marketing still.
It's the best
to this
tool
day
ever.
because everyone I've shown, they're like, "You have that?" Like I was showing my cousin Heath the other day. He's like, "You have that?" God, we suck at marketing.
So I have the best example.
Sometimes I think we're doing good.
Hey, look, I just said my dad's
We're on a
calling.
roll.
God, we suck.
We're feeling good.
So I have a really good use case for the rangefinder tool coming up on my Colorado hunt. So that's going to be a great example for why you need this. But it also worked here too. Rangefinder tool marked it, got over there, took my backpack off, and I'm like, dude, there's a mountain lion like probably 50 yards from me right now. I grab my rifle, walk up there really slow. I'm like, hey lion. I'm like, wait, why am I talking to lion right now? Because I you know you have a cat. Like a cat's definitely already knows I'm there if it's still alive.
For sure.
So I started walking, started looking at the footage. I see that tree right where it is. I see my waypoint where I marked on GOHUNT Maps.
So you took a picture? You
I
filmed
always
it?
took a picture and I filmed it too.
There you
So
go.
every time before I go, I'll take a picture. I'll zoom
do
in.
too. It's
I
a
do the little
great
thing
practice.
where I hold the phone, take my finger in front of it, trying to point exactly where it's at.
Yep.
So I'm referencing all
Rangefinder
those
tool
trees.
has solved a lot of that for me, but it is. I've always been in the habit of taking a picture. It looks so different when you get there.
Oh, it always does.
You know where I really learned that though was antelope hunting, because I mean, good luck going to find a
Yeah.
antelope in a sage pile. It's pretty exhausting.
So I get over there, start walking to the brush a little bit, and like maybe 5 minutes later, I'm like, gosh, this lion's got to be somewhere, but this brush is so tall, and a lion when they're on the ground is so tiny.
Tiny.
And also I walk like 5 more feet, and boom, I see it just laying there dead, and I'm like, dude, I killed a freaking lion.
That's awesome.
Without dogs, spot and stock,
It's so
in
cool.
a nasty mountain range. Had a tag, was able to convert my deer tag down to mountain lion tag. And then I'm sitting there like, how do I skin a mountain lion?
What
Like,
are you
so-
going to do with it?
Is it still dorsal cut and then down to the ankle bones?
So I was right there, and I was like, I know my dad's killed a lion, and I had my inReach. I'm like, inReach my dad. I'm like, Dad, explain to me step by step how to kill a lion. I believe it's just like a bear.
do you go
like,
up the belly?
You go from the butthole area up the back legs to the paws, get the paws off, and then go up the belly. And then you stop at the front shoulders, go up the front shoulders, and go up the front shoulders. Then you stop there and you case it through the head the rest of the way.
Just
But
like
I was
you're gonna
slightly
rug it.
I'm gonna full body it.
Okay.
Got a full body of that, right?
So I was
I would. I
as
definitely
I
well.
like rugs, man.
Rugs are cool.
I think
But
a
you
lion
can-
rug, there's nothing more. I mean,
Yeah.
I like them out. Don't
Yeah,
get
so
me
my- so
wrong,
my
but
dad-
I love a
An
lion.
opportunity.
I love a
backcountry lion kill.
Yeah.
I mean, a rug is so.
That rug is cool
I
though.
mean,
it's
it's
so
nostalgic, right? It just
is
looks
cool.
cool.
Yeah. So my dad was
The
like,
age-old rug
Yeah,
fireplace,
the rug on
Christmas,
the wall.
the whole deal.
Yeah.
Well, I already got a couple big bear rugs, so well, not
do.
big bear rugs, average bear rugs, but.
You do.
And then my dad was like, "Yeah, I was gonna make a sick rug," and I was like, "Well, Dad, this is the cheapest mountain lion I'm ever gonna kill.
Yeah.
Like, literally cost me $351.
No houndsman, no nothing.
No to pay for any guides, any of that. So all that money I'm gonna spend towards a full body mount." And I did lay it down next to it just to like see what the rough estimate of size was, and it's like 6'3". And like,
Taller than me,
you see the picture.
bastard.
You see what
Wish
I'm
I
holding.
was 6'3", man. Just give me
see
a
what
couple inches in the legs, please.
Yeah.
You see when I'm holding it up, it's like the same size I am. It is a female. And then when I walked up to it, I like started lifting up the jaws, look at the mouth, and all the teeth are worn down. Like there's no teeth on the upper. There's no teeth on the lower. All the big canines are literally
Do you know
squared
much
off.
about teeth and lions in
Oh,
your past
lion.
life?
No, I mean I know a decent amount as far as like deer and elk and kind of aging jaws.
Your past life wasn't
but
lions, though?
lions, I don't know a lot about aging
I don't
lion.
me either.
I mean, looking at the skull of his today, I mean, it's definitely an old lion. It's
It's
missing,
gotta be.
It's missing teeth. It's got canine.
They're considered canines.
Are they canines?
Yeah, canine and a feline.
Yeah.
I don't think they're called felines.
What's a feline?
So like the canine teeth are all worn down, and then I continued to deer hunt the rest of the week. But like when I brought it to Idaho Fish and Game,
But wait, I got one more question.
Yep.
Did you take the meat?
I took all the meat, and that's
Are
a
you
very
gonna eat
that's
the
a,
meat?
Are you going to eat the
that's
meat?
a very important part of this
I
too,
was wondering the
because
same thing.
this Idaho does not require you to take the meat of predators. You don't
No.
have to take bear meat, wolf meat, or mountain lion meat. I always take the bear meat when I kill bears in Idaho. I was messaging my dad, and my dad was like, "Are you taking the meat?" And I'm like, "I am definitely taking meat." He's like, "Good," because he shot a lion in Idaho. He's like, "It was some of the best meat ever."
Yep.
And then I was talking to some of my other friends too, and they were like, "Yeah, dude, if there was a mule deer and a mountain lion right next to each other, I would shoot the mountain lion because that mountain lion meat is absolutely phenomenal."
Interesting.
Everyone says it tastes like pork.
Interesting.
Get out of here.
And
Come now.
Might be some bias in there.
So
Interesting.
when
I'm gonna put the tag "interesting" on there. Just
So when I brought it to Idaho Fish and Game, I had to get it inspected, and they pulled the tooth. And the biologist there, she was like, "I don't know if we've ever seen a lion this old in a
really.
long time."
Did they age it? Did they?
So they
tell you
were
age?
able to pull a tooth. It took a while to get the tooth out, but they pulled the tooth and like, "Yeah, we're really excited to see what the age is on this." And she
When are
was
you
like,
gonna find out?
"I forgot to ask her. I don't know."
Probably a couple months.
Yeah.
Have
But
you
then-
eaten any of it yet?
No, but then she was like, "Did you keep the meat?" And she's like, "You don't have to, but I'm just curious." And she's like, "I'm like, yeah." And she's like, "I've heard from so many people that meat is absolutely phenomenal. Like, I'm going to make a bunch of chorizos out of it, some breakfast
Do you
sausage.
think it's better than elk?
Of course, it's going to be better than elk. I mean, mountain carp
So
compared
if
to
there's
lion.
Hey,
if there's a mountain lion, a mule deer, and an elk all
Trust-
standing there, what's
trust
the
is-
order? And which one do you choose for
Trust
the
is
meat?
dwindling quickly with Brady.
This story's going downhill so fast.
So I'm really
First, I shoot the mountain lion.
I'm really excited. But the one thing I hated about this hunt is, so right when I got some good pictures, and then a freaking snowstorm came where you couldn't see 100 yards. And so literally after
Cool, though.
after I in-reached my dad, I'm starting to cut this line up. I had to constantly stop and then go back to my backpack. I had my Blizzard Aerolite Sika jacket on and just
Shameless plug, Sika. We sell that too.
Aerolite.
And then I had to put my hands in the jacket and just literally lay there. I'm just snow's just falling all over me trying to warm up. And then I go back to cutting the line up for a little bit. My hands just get freaking numb. Like literally my tips of my fingers right now, my left hand, I can't feel
Not the
that very
same.
well.
Yeah.
And so I constantly had to warm up, cut the line, warm up, cut the line. And then since it was so cold and snowy, I'm like, shit, well, I was just like going up to hunt here. I still have to make camp. So I quartered the thing out, had all the quarters sitting there, had the hide sitting there, put them in
You
game
quartered it out.
bags, quartered it out. And then I went to make camp.
Wonder what that looks like. I mean,
Interesting.
I'm
It's
trying to
so
remember
Interesting.
It's so crazy when you get to the tail
because I know
of
the first
lion.
time I skinned a bear.
Yeah.
You look at a skinned bear.
It looks like a human.
It's not like looking at an elk or a
No,
deer.
it's weird.
The lion was
weird.
very
It's
interesting.
more human based, honestly.
It
in my
it
like
looks
what I
very
saw.
bizarre.
And,
yeah.
then you see the big 3-inch base of the tail and this long tail that's all skinned out.
Yeah.
How'd you do the tail? Did you go under the bottom of the tail?
Yep, on the bottom all the way to the tail.
up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's where my hands got really cold
Yeah.
because the tail was already cold, and like I'm trying to be very careful not to like slip and make a big chunk missing out of the tail.
The first Dall sheep hunt I ever got to go on, I just graduated college. My dad was going on one, but he wasn't going until October in the Yukon.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear my hands have never been the same since then. I was not ready.
No, it's
He's
so
not
brutal.
ready.
He's not.
I was not. I swear my hands have not been the same. It's the first thing to go on me every year, and I swear it's because of that hunt. So I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
And then, like I said, I quartered it out, made camp, came back down to get the lion, and all my game bags were covered in like 2 inches of snow.
Jeez.
It was brutally
Wet snow
cold.
again?
Snow again.
That's always colder too.
And then so I was like, well, I could go up to my camp, and I mentioned my dad. I was like, maybe I might start to, I need to find some firewood. Everything's wet now, so this is going to take a while for me to get a bunch of fire for the teepee, and maybe I'll start deboning the meat. I got up there. Obviously, I was exhausted by this point.
Yeah.
The adrenaline had gone away. I got a bunch of firewood, got the line up to camp. Said, hey, I'm just going to hang the line in the tree. Maybe I'll cut it tomorrow. Next day, that lime meat was fucking rock solid.
Was it?
Just
Were you
really
tempted
frozen.
at all to eat it?
That's what I was gonna say.
I know,
I
right?
would-
right
I really
away.
want to know about
like
the eating
campfire
part of this.
Tendon
Campfire,
skewer.
Do they have,
tenderloin.
like,
I'm a little scared about eating it back there because
Back
you
straps?
have to cook it really
Hey,
well.
and we're not with elk.
unbelievable.
Elk first thing.
you eat an
You
On
eat
the
elk.
raw.
skewer. On the skewer.
Mule, same thing.
Right there.
Yeah.
Done.
So I was a little nervous about cooking it back there, and like, I probably could have put it in my jet boil, but also there's not a lot of. I don't want to use like the mountain lion fat, but I probably could have to like get some oil in there. But like,
Yeah.
and then I was kind of mad because like now I have these frozen quarters, and now later I'm gonna have to pack out frozen quarters.
Yeah.
And lion looks pretty small, but the
It's not
meat's
that
still
small.
pretty heavy,
Yeah.
and the bones are feel pretty dense.
Well, I mean, they're a dense animal.
yeah, and
Like
so
they carry a lot of weight outside of their chest cavities. A
Yeah.
lot of weight.
and so I had all that hide there. Had
How
little
heavy
quarters
is
hung out.
mountain lion?
I think maybe 120 pounds ish
Yeah.
is max on a female.
Yeah,
like
I think
maybe
a
100
big,
pounds.
like a big tom would be like 160, 170.
You hear about
you
those
hear about
crazy
those, but
wives' tales that break 200, but
Yeah.
like, do they?
I'm
That-
not sure.
That's
I'm
why a
not
bunch
sure
of my
either.
bunch of my friends were.
You always hear
messaging me.
everybody tries to say, "Oh,
Yeah,
I
would
got one
s-
broke 200."
yeah.
Like, does it?
I mean,
though?
the guys that I know that hunt lions, I'm like 100,
Consistently, yeah.
160 pounder,
Yeah.
170 pounder is a giant tom.
And that's why I had friends message me like, "How heavy was your cat?" And I was like, "Bro, I honestly have no guess here because I know people throw out numbers
Yeah.
and weight, and I was like, I have no clue. It's just
Yeah.
heavy. Like I know when I was holding it up,
They're
like
just
it was
dense,
awkward.
man.
It was awkward to hold for the photo by myself and try to take a photo, and I instantly was having to set it down and pick it up. And there's so many photos of me like just standing there looking awkward, like I just dropped
We
the
gotta
cat.
see
by
this.
accident.
We
Gotta
should
see this.
Roll the tape.
Roll the footage, man. We got to see this.
But yeah, it's also too. It's kind of interesting. I had one guy comment on my post like, "Why do you guys always hold lions?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Hold lions and wolves?
it-
Like, why is that a thing?"
Because
Show
they
it.
don't show well laying down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
what
it's
I
not,
think too.
And no one come after me about the show well because of this bullshit with pictures. And you're proud of it. It's
Proud
an
of it.
animal. To give context to
Yeah.
it, you can't give the animal context
Yeah.
unless it's
Yep.
shown, right?
Yeah.
And if they're laying just their body builds, it just doesn't. There's no like perception and
Right.
context
Yeah.
to what it is. You know,
So yeah,
that's why we
that-
hold them.
that was an absolute wild adventure. Something like my dad kept saying, like, you just killed the trophy of a lifetime because you didn't do it with the dogs. You glassed it up
Yeah.
and you had a tag in your pocket. He's like, that's such a cool experience that you will never forget. And still this day, I'm like, I can't believe I killed a lion.
Yeah. So
and then also the craziest part too, I'll throw this on there because I think it's funny. Neville probably knows what I'm talking about. What I talked about last night to you. Instantly what I thought
What
of.
do you got?
That's
when you were
such a-
riding dragons,
that was such a cute
were
moment,
riding
you
dragons.
guys.
such a cute moment. Inside
What?
jokes.
You
is
guys are the
too.
cutest.
Inside
You
joke.
remember what happened this last year with my life?
Yes.
So I was never able to hunt a mountain lion because I was married.
And she would not let you kill
She would
one.
not let me kill one.
Very, very vivid memory of this, which I thought was interesting.
But now, since I filed for a divorce and I'm fully divorced, the first
Brady
thing
single,
I did,
bring it on. Brady.
Shameless
single.
plug,
The
Brady
fir-
single.
Shameless plug, Brady single.
so I filed for a divorce, and the first thing I did, like 6 months later, is kill a lion.
That's awesome.
So that was
Really
that was a good win for me.
All right.
That's a good win for me.
So, were you too high?
No.
Where were the bucks then?
Yeah,
Well,
where's the bucks?
I don't honestly know. The thing that's really weird
Cats
about
are
that,
cool and
Where's
all.
the bucks?
Where's the bucks?
Where's the bucks?
I passed up the biggest buck I saw on that Idaho leg was like a 150 4x4. Passed him up, glassed him at
How
1,300
high?
yards.
How high?
This was at like maybe like 7,800 or 8,000 feet.
Pre or post storm?
This is post second storm.
What
Post
elevation
second
were the
storm.
elk
So still
at?
high.
Elk are right in that same area.
8?
Yeah.
Yeah, around 8, 7.5 to 8.
Yeah.
Was he moving? Were any of these animals moving
Down.
during or post snowstorm?
Yep, post snowstorm, they were still up on ridge lines walking. Like I said, even the second.
Wind blown ridge lines?
And every time I was walking, even this area after I killed the lion, I would walk tracks in the snow, come back, there'd be deer tracks. And I was glassing deer, but I was also looking at these big canyons. I had this one canyon that's probably 2 miles long. Just a freaking big canyon, big burn. I could glass from this ridge. I could move down the ridge and glass it. I never saw a freaking deer on this whole side. There's dark timber everywhere. There's really high stuff, but also in this area, I could see the lowest part of the unit.
You could glass clear down.
And this is literally the lowest part of the unit
Yeah.
because of the way the mountain range works and some of the river systems. Like I could see the bottom as well where there's no snow.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I am so high and dedicated to it. Like if there was deer down low, frick yeah, I'd go down low. But like I like starting high and working my way down to figure out, because I want to hunt these oldest mature bucks, and I think like they're going to be a little bit slower to move down because there's no rut yet. So I want to hunt where they are, and if I can't find them, I'm going to go a bit lower. But the spot where I killed the lion, I could see stuff with no snow, see stuff with a little bit of snow, and see stuff with a shit ton of snow. But this big canyon had no deer on it anywhere, and also no elk. It was just the weirdest thing how there was just
It's a black
it
hole.
was just dead.
Dead zone.
Idaho is in a interesting spot with deer in general.
I was going to ask you, do you think that the bucks were there and you just weren't seeing them? Or do you think that is your take that maybe there just isn't
I'm going to
the
say
deer?
I think a little bit of both. I have to think that way.
I mean, with tracks, right? I mean,
there's tracks there, and so I know there's a lot of deer tracks deer that laid tracks that I never glassed up as well. So I don't know what those were. But like I covered so much country and didn't see any deer.
that'll
Like
drive you crazy too.
Mhm.
The tale is old as time, right? I'm in them. I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, where are they?
Yeah.
How many times that happened?
Yeah,
But
there's
it's-
nothing more frustrating than looking at like
God.
your prime piece of habitat
And seeing
just,
tracks
and,
and, like-
just not seeing deer.
And then I
That's
would
tough.
loop around the mountain. I'd glass this one spot. I saw some elk down a little bit lower. I turn around. I glass this like north-facing slope, and just like you'd see maybe some bucks and stuff like that, I saw does just sitting in the snow, just toughing it out in the deep snow, just bedded
How many
down.
does?
There's 5 does. Just bedded there in the snow. I'm glassing every little spot up and down, all over the place, trying to see if maybe a buck getting a little sniffy, even a young buck.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
buck in sight near those
Yeah.
does. And their does are just hanging out in the snow. And then the next day, like I thought, oh, maybe it's, they moved down. Those does are still there. They're not content to leave yet. So they were still up high.
How much snow on the ground?
It was almost up to my knees.
Date?
Date? October like 27th.
So you're
something like
pushing up against Halloween.
that. Yeah. Like the season ends, whatever it was, the 30th.
Yeah.
30th.
All right. So 6 days up there in
Didn't-
that last spot.
Didn't see any big bucks. Saw that 150-inch buck past him. Saw another smaller 3-point, and just a bunch of dings.
Never went low.
Like a glass low.
But yeah. So I guess you did.
Like the unit could.
You looked over.
I looked
low
over the
country.
low country. Yeah. There's no place I could have
Can
left.
you confidently say that you looked over low country?
I looked over low
enough
country.
information
Enough
that you
information
can
on
make
it,
the
yep.
decision.
Because that mountain line spot literally, because that area didn't have snow until the second snowstorm. The other area I was in already had snow earlier. So when
Yeah.
that one snowstorm came, that's why you see in the mountain line footage, there's not a lot of snow right there. So that already
No,
did
there
not.
hardly lose any.
Yeah, until the next snowstorm came. So like,
What drew you into this area, this unit?
just remoteness.
Which unit?
Remoteness.
Which unit was this?
What
Yeah,
unit?
it was a unit with some numbers.
The one that was left.
So it was like just
Yeah, right. The
When
one
he
I had an
remoteness
got-
opportunity
when he
to
got
do.
through.
And I also really like this area because it did have a lot of timber. And I kind of wanted to hunt something that most people don't want to go to because I wanted to find a mule deer
Yeah.
that was going to die of old age, that just lives in some thick shit and lives up the whole time. But there was enough burns where I could glass burns. And you always know I talk about edge habitat. There's enough edge habitat where these bucks might be in the big timber, might come out a little bit on the edge of the feedless burn and don't want to come out in the open because I know I'm not going to glass these big parks of openness. Like a big buck ain't going to be out there. There's no rut going on. They need that edge habitat. So I was glassing in big timber pockets too. So maybe they're just in the timber.
We spoke about that on the
No,
last
not seeing
podcast
them.
too. We agreed that time
Mhm.
of year, like early pre-ruddy-ish post pushing on Halloween. That's kind of that.
You gotta be
What's the
you
word you used?
mosaic.
Yeah, you need
Another one that sounded smarter.
A nice mosaic. Lots of edge habitat.
Monoculture.
Oh yeah, monoculture.
Yes. You
Yeah.
don't want to be in those,
You don't want a monoculture.
but you want the mosaic.
you want a mosaic.
Mosaic,
Lots
not
of edge
monoculture.
habitat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because like that time of year, they're going to be the deep stuff. And so like I was trying to focus a lot on small pockets. Like, yeah, it's
Yep.
hard. It's hard to glass small pockets and hunt small pockets because you might glass it, you might move over here, and that's the time that deer could walk
Yep.
out. And by the time you go back, there could be gone. But it's like just keep focusing all day and not getting
Yep.
discouraged. You're not seeing deer because you constantly have to glass those dark pockets. Like,
Yep.
Were you glassing all day?
yeah,
No naps.
no naps.
I don't
Never
know if
took-
I
never took a
believe
nap
that.
after
I've
camp.
hunted with Brady before.
I took a long nap
think he's
the
lying.
days after the snowstorm. and just
Brady
saved my
is
TP.
a sleeper. he
I love sleeping in the
he
Sounds
can
mountains.
get it done
Logs.
when he wants to sleep. he
Those
can
are
get it
long
done.
days, huh? Behind the
Just
glass.
brutal.
Yeah, dark
Those
to
will give
dark.
you headaches.
Those are
Mhm.
long days.
I did a lot of days too where I'd wake up literally 3 hours beforehand and hike in the snow, and that's just brutal.
Yeah.
You get all the way over there, and then you set up the glass, and you're not seeing anything. And you're like just mentally drained at that point, and then you have to start trying to relocate new areas. And
So this is why we said it was your hunting sabbatical. So you pulled out of there.
Pulled out
and
of
you
there.
went straight to Colorado.
Yep, got my line checked
Which
in, like I
unit
said.
in Colorado?
One
One with numbers?
Yeah, but Colorado's numbers too. Yeah.
Was
Okay.
it a unit you've hunted before?
No,
New unit.
both these hunts were new units, which is also interesting too. Because I could go back to some stuff. Everyone knows like my same strategies. I just like to pick up tags, over the counter, easy to draw
Yep.
tags. Because every year I'm hunting, I'm learning more about that animal and learning more about that state, the habitat they live in, and like other units could be good, but they also
take time to draw issues.
Yeah, and it's like I'd rather just hunt more. Like I literally am at a stage in my life where I have killed some big deer, love killing big deer, but going back to the same, you can't kill a deer that's already dead.
No truer words have ever been said.
That is true.
That is true.
So, like,
but and we're just talking about what's going to happen in some of these states with people are going to jump because of dead deer.
Yeah.
Just what happens. And
You don't want to chase. You
can't chase dead deer.
You can't chase dead deer, and like that's why I want to keep checking out new areas because like there could be a giant buck in a new unit that I've never.
The unknown is why I like new areas.
Mm-hmm.
I love the unknown. I love just not
and
knowing.
it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's also this adds that extra like every day you're excited. You're not like, well, I've been there 2 years ago. I know what to expect when I get to that ridge.
Yeah.
This is like every day. It's like, hey, that looks like a sweet basin on the map. I'm gonna go there tomorrow. I'm gonna go one more ridge over and keep just going and checking it out.
Yeah. So this is a rhetorical question, but did you go high when you got to Colorado?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, buddy.
Tippy top.
Tippy top.
Tip top.
Did they get the same snow that you got in Idaho?
Yeah, they already had a good layer of snow on the ground, which made things really sketchy. And I pulled into a little small town, and I was just getting some chain tensioners for my truck chains because I have 4 sets, but one of the tensioners is kind of all jacked up. And I was like, saw this guy with a hunter, and they're sizing on some tire chains. They're like, "How's it up there on the mountain?" They're like, "Oh, it's slick." Like the mountain roads.
I've had very similar reports.
Mountain roads were just nasty up there. And so I was like,
we're
I got 4
leaving
chains. I'm like, hope you guys do too. Like, yeah, we just got 1 set. And I'm like, you guys should put that on the front tires. I usually, my experience, front tires with the chains kind of works out a little bit better.
We're leaving in 2 days. I got very similar reports. Slick.
Yeah.
And
Not
so
good.
I get up there. It's right before opening day. Opening day comes. I get all the way to the top. It's super sketchy road. Get all the way up there. Every little spot I drove by, I'm like, I'm going to camp here. I thought I was going to, like, those spots marked, I'm going to camp. Every single spot had a camp on it.
Oh, boy.
There was so many. I'm assuming they're all OTC elk hunters.
Of course.
Yeah.
So your strategy would be go high, go remote.
Go high, go remote. I was trying to get away from these people.
Same strategy again.
Yep.
Brady's that's a solid strategy. It's safe to assume with Brady.
So what's
Right.
really funny about all this is, so I finally found a spot to park my truck. I did like this 3-mile hike out this big canyon area, glassed all the way across, saw like 8 or 9 does, saw one big 2-point out in the big aspen
How
flat.
big of a 2-point? I love big 2-points.
He was a kind of a cool 2-point.
I love a big 2-point.
Like he was like bladed, big, but he was really
You guys
narrow.
ever killed a big 2-point?
No, I
I've
always
wanted to.
I have
I've
a
always
story.
wanted
I
to.
have a story about that at one point. I can tell you.
But so like,
I'd love to hear it. I want a big 2-point, big 28-inch, 18-inch G2s.
It was one of the weirdest things that's ever happened to me in the woods. But do you want to hear it?
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
I mean, I don't want to wait.
Yeah, I was hunting Colorado. It was a 3rd season tag. I had glassed up what was a big buck. I didn't know what it was because it was so far away. So I made plans.
Just frame.
Yeah, just frame, just super framey. Made plans to hike in there the next day. Left just like you. It was like 3 hours before light. Made this tremendous trek up this ridge. Got clear back in there. Starting to get light. Starting to see deer out in this little basin where I'd seen this buck the night before. The first buck I see is like 160-inch 4-point. He's got 4 or 5 does. He's kind of pushing. I'm kind of debating shooting him, and I'm thinking, I don't think that's the buck, that I was looking for. Yep. So I look down the ridge, and I see this giant 2x3. And, I mean, he's tall. He's super heavy. His bases are ginormous.
Giant.
I mean, they're almost touching. They're big. I'm thinking, that's a sweet buck. I'm going to take him. So get down into the gun, get the bipod out. I'm set up. I'm in the gun. I'm in the scope. I've got the buck. I'm watching him, and I hear behind me, hey. So I'm like, what in the hell? So I turn around, I look, and this guy's kind of crept up behind me, and he's probably, 15 yards
You were
behind.
on the gun and
I was in the gun.
Broke the concentration.
Yep. And he goes, hey, are you going to shoot? And I was like, well, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
I just might.
just might.
He's
You gonna
like,
shoot?
Yeah.
No, man. I'm just
Yeah. I'm like, I'm thinking about it, yeah. And he's like, okay. So I get back in the gun. I'm kind of watching this buck, and I hear, hey. Turn around. I was like, what? And he's like, what is that? What is that buck? And I was like, he's just a big 2x3. And he goes, oh, okay, yeah, that's not the buck I'm looking for. And I was like, okay, all right. I get back in the gun. I'm in the gun one more time. Hey. I turn back around. He goes, hey, if you're going to shoot, will you let me know so I can plug my ears?
Oh, my gosh.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
No, this actually happened to me. And I was like, yeah, Yeah, man. I'll let you know. And I didn't shoot that buck. It kind of
ruined the whole thing.
Kind of ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest,
don't be that guy. Don't ever be that guy.
Yeah. It kind of left a really bad taste in my mouth. And
what is that guy thinking?
I don't know,
don't
man.
Be that guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that guy was wanting to shoot it, and he just really got you there.
Probably was. He probably played me. I watched that guy shoot like a 2-year-old 3-point, maybe 5 hours later.
And that wasn't the buck he was after.
Wasn't the buck he was after.
Okay.
He was after a much bigger
right.
buck. But yeah, that was.
Like I
would love just as
he was in your head rent free.
He
just as we're
he was in there rent free.
I was so agitated.
I can't imagine. Just as we're calling for number 1 in Idaho to call us, I want this guy to call us.
This guy
I gotta know what your plan was here.
Yeah,
like,
I was
what were you thinking?
super agitated. Yeah, that was it left a real bad taste in my mouth. And the buck kind of worked underneath the ridge, and I lost him. But I just couldn't shoot him. I just was so pissed.
I don't.
It wasn't a great experience. So yeah.
But man, I want to
take home. Don't be that guy. But yeah, that was a giant.
I've seen 2-point. Nevada has an interesting 2-point gene for some of these older bucks, and I've seen them late. We don't have any real late hunts in Nevada. But man, a couple ones that I've seen, they're really cool. I am hot for a big 2-point.
This was a banger.
This was a banger.
Yep. So yeah, like you were saying, like my strategy going deep and remote.
Yeah.
And just getting
so
lost
that
out
doesn't
there.
happen.
Yeah. And so I sit there and glassing all this country. There's again a bunch of aspen patches, a bunch of dark timber. I'm seeing deer up high. So I am seeing deer. I'm above 10,000 feet here. So I'm seeing deer all the way across this basin. I know, like, well, this is like basically like an observation night. Like, there's no way I could make, if I saw a big buck over there, I couldn't stalk it because it's too far away. So I'm like, it's dark now. I'm gonna start hiking back. Nasty long hike, and it's super deep snow in this area. I'm going through a bunch of north-facing slopes, hiking up this big steep stuff in the dark. I get back to camp. It's like 2.5 hours past dark, maybe 3 hours. And I see these lights on some of these wall
truck
tents.
Camp.
Yeah, I was at my truck right there. I just parked it. I didn't set up a camp or anything.
So did you go that high?
What?
So did you go very high?
Oh yeah. Well, you could drive up really high.
You can't do that in a lot of places.
Yeah. So Colorado, a lot of times you can get high.
Are you chained?
Yeah, chained up. Yeah.
A lot of places you can get high in Colorado.
A lot. Even in town, you can get high in Colorado.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain High.
So here's the funny part about you saying, like, I do stuff crazy. So I'm sitting there back at my truck, thinking about maybe putting out a tent. But I'm like, I don't really like this area that much. I didn't see a bunch of big deer right away. All these camps are through here, the whole section. I really thought someone was going to go to that ridgeline, but no one had been out there. Like, no one had been out there all day. And so I'm like, people just don't want to go that far. They just want to stay back to their truck. They're probably just elk hunting, glassing those open parks, thinking the bulls are going to come out.
Lazy elk hunters.
Yeah, lazy elk hunters.
Guys.
So here I am at my truck. I have my headlamp on, and I was really organizing a bunch of my gear, getting ready for tomorrow, because I was just going to leave that area and go find a
Meanwhile, I'm the one that says, why would I leave my truck for that? I'm just going to shoot one right here.
Yeah. So I have my headlamp on. All of a sudden, this guy comes, like, there's like a wall tent, like 500 yards away. He comes over on his four-wheeler. He's like, hey, man, you all right? Like, we saw you get back so late, and now you're by your truck. You stuck? And I'm like, no, I was out hunting. I just got back. He's like, you mean you just got back? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, we've already had dinner. We're getting ready to go to bed. I'm like,
It was nice of him to check on you.
Yeah, but I was hunting
nice.
so far. Like, these people aren't hunting very far from their truck. Like,
Yeah.
they're already getting ready for bed, and I'm just getting back to my truck, getting my gear ready.
We
to go in
talked
the morning.
about that.
That is the difference, man.
So it's like these guys are just rolling around on
Stick
ATVs
it
side
out
by
at
side.
night. Stick it out at night.
But what else do you have to do? This is the 1 week I
That is
hunt.
what you're there. That's what Trail, we were all talking about that last time, and his whole thing. That's what you're there for.
I think about this all the time. When I'm out there, I always think, you know what? 300 and however many days a year, I'm going to be sitting in front of my computer
Wishing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was anywhere.
Yeah. So
But
you know what I mean?
here,
But right here in front of my computer. So those days that I get, I mean, get out of bed.
yeah.
Stay
Stick it
late.
out. You could pick up that last
little bit of intel.
Yep. That's why I'm glassing until dark, because I know big mature
True
buck
dark.
is going to move.
Past shooting light. True
Still
dark.
glassing.
Pick up that last little bit of knowledge.
Yep.
So I got back and I was like, I just kind of was laughing to myself, like, these guys are getting ready to go to bed, and I just got back to camp.
Yeah.
Or got back to my truck.
Well, you don't eat. More for us. More for us, man. You don't eat though, so that
I really don't. No.
Does that make sense? Why you
food is fuel, not fun.
Okay?
Just eat enough to keep you going. That's all you need.
Disagree.
Yeah.
Heavy disagree.
Food is super fun.
Oh, it's the best, man.
So yeah.
So how was Colorado overall?
Colorado's fun overall.
Let's get to my favorite part of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get to the good stuff.
hunted solo for 3 days.
What's the favorite part?
Part where he shoots an elk.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get right to it. Hunted solo for 3
Part
days.
where he doesn't find any mule deer and has to
The
shoot an
part
elk.
where he
The
shoots
part
an elk.
where he goes high doesn't find mule deer again. This isn't boding well for your argument that we set up on the pre-podcast.
Okay.
Of this
we'll get
podcast.
into it. Hunted solo for 3 days. Camera guy finally showed up. I was worried the whole time I was going to shoot a big giant deer without him, so I was trying to like do a few death hikes, but not get into an
Would you
area.
have shot the deer?
I
How big? What was the threshold? How big of a buck does?
I
it
told him
have
if
to
it
be?
if it was over 180, I was going to kill it, and he's like, "Hey, you definitely should kill it if it's a big deer like that."
There you go.
And I had my
That's a
vlog.
company man right there.
I had my
That's a
little
company man.
vlog camera. I
Company-
could've,
he's
He
got
had
a-
a vlog camera. He had the
He's
vlog
willing
camera.
to sacrifice, but he's got to compromise. I can respect that.
And for everyone knowing too, I did vlog, self-film the entire
It's a company
Idaho
man
hunt
right
by
there.
myself. So I was practiced on it. So the first day that Luke got there, can't really remember what happened. We'll skip to the next day. So the next day we go out. We
Well, you didn't see any deer.
Yeah, we didn't see any big deer. Oh no, the day before we're glassing this canyon, looking across, we saw like literally this is a tiny timber patch. Plays into the elk story, so it's important. So first day Luke was there. We're glassing this big opening, bunch of aspens, but there's one little tiny timber patch. Also, I'm like, Luke, I got a buck. He was sleeping.
Luke was?
Yeah.
Lazy camera guy.
No,
You know,
it's like
you can't ever.
camera.
You just can't.
they've already done some footage. Like he can rest. Like his job is not to help me glass. Like it really is just to get footage. So if he needs to be rested up to take footage of me later, I'm
Two
cool with
ways
that.
to look at that.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm like, Luke, I got a buck. Ends up being just a 3-point. But then also I'm like, dude, I got a doe. I got a doe. Another doe. Another doe. This little tiny timber patch held 9 deer.
Oh wow,
Awesome.
They're all bedded around it. I'm like,
Hey,
dude.
once again, timber patches this time of year.
that's
Yep.
it.
That's where
And it was
it's at.
surrounded by aspens, but it was a little dark timber patch.
Mhm.
Ooh, money.
Yep. And so we're like, dude, this is going to be awesome. We had some more dark timber up on top. There's more aspens over here. Another patch of dark timber. We're definitely going to sit here all day.
Is this buck pushing does?
Nope.
He,
He's just literally
Just
next.
with
Well, when the does finally walked
Sang
away,
with
he
the
did.
ladies.
He did follow.
ladies.
He did follow him to their second bed.
Yeah.
He just followed him, but he wasn't like sniffing him or anything. So I'm like, we're gonna sit here all day, and there's already a steep, nasty hike to get into, and we already had some horse guys. Like they were ahead of us, and they split off, and we just went this way and sat on this ridge.
Horse guys.
Yeah, elk guys, you know.
Horse guys, man.
That was definitely.
And then so we're sitting there glassing, and all of a sudden, like 2 hours later, I'm like, fuck, I got a hunter. He's walking up our basin.
Yeah.
I had this whole vision of there's a giant buck bedded up here. There's already 9 deer here. We're in glass all evening. That buck's gonna come out in his
Preconceived
aspens.
notions, the death of it.
And this guy, I'm like, dude, he's gonna come down. He's gonna come up the saddle that's near us and shoot out of there.
Yeah.
No, he is still hunting uphill with the wind coming down, like wind going up at that point because it was the middle hot part of the day.
Yeah.
So the wind's blowing right where he's trying to still hunt, blowing
Smart.
out all the elk probably up there.
Smart.
And he just has his rifle out, walking around through the timber and walking through these big aspen patches. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's gonna go all the way top. He goes all the way to the top. I'm like.
Yep.
Whole time, I'm like, what do we do? Do we leave this area? Do we keep staying here? Well, I can kind of glass this area over here. I can glass across, use this as an observation point. And then not even like maybe an hour later, I look down below. Luke again was sleeping.
Okay, now this is a problem.
Luke.
I don't want to throw Luke on
this
the
guy's
bus,
on
but
a-
it's kind of funny though.
This guy's on a day right here. Now we're getting.
So I'm like, Luke,
Hey,
Luke,
hey,
I'm like,
Luke.
Luke, I got a bull. And he's like, what? I'm like, big bull, like get up.
Yeah.
And I
You
get the
sound
deer scope.
excited when you said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was a
There was some genuine excitement in that. Right
it was a
there.
big bull. Like for an overcounter unit, you saw the footage. It's
I
a
did.
good bull.
Nice bull.
That's a
probably
great bull, but I
three-
think the takeaway is that you were
You're
excited.
excited.
I even told Luke I'm really excited. It's a big bull.
Is that on film?
Yeah.
Oh, can't wait to use that.
Yeah, and so,
You
so
love
like the
elk.
problem with this bull was though there's like a little like topography looks like it's going down flat, but there's like a little ridge line there. So that bull had probably been there for a while feeding,
Yeah.
but I just caught his antlers when I was glassing, and he was behind that hill the whole time. So I'm like, all right, I got digital scope on him, got a little bit of footage. He walked in this open. I'm like, oh, that's a good bull. We got to go after it. He was like, really, you want to go after him? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go after it right now.
He's like, but I'm tired. I need a nap.
It was a
I'm not done sleeping.
I ranged it quick. It was 1,300 yards away.
Shoot.
And that's a little far. But I knew, like looking on the maps earlier, like on satellite footage, there is a little bit of an open aspen patch to our right that we can go into and try to
Yeah.
cut them off. And they were just feeding. Like he didn't get spooked. It wasn't something where that elk hunter had spooked him or anything. These bulls were just feeding. He had a little raghorn in front of him. I'm like, grab our stuff, let's go. We threw everything in. That's the hard part too. We're sitting there all day. You have a yard sale.
Of course.
You always have a yard sale gear
Trail.
laying out everywhere.
The king of the yard sale.
Spread out.
Yeah.
100 wood
Everywhere.
trail.
Just pull
King
it
of the yard
all
sale.
out. Spread
Yeah.
it out.
And the problem is too, I had my 115 Swaro, I had my BTX eyepiece and my ATX eyepiece. So I'm like trying to fit all this shit into my backpack really quickly. My down jackets. We get over this open area in the aspens, trying to look at that bull. I'm like, dang, this area goes really far over. Like, if these bulls walked over here, they definitely didn't scoot all the way through this big open area in the aspens. Like, we would have caught them over there.
Yeah.
But there's this little dark timber patch down below us. But the problem is, too, there's like a big cliff on this bottom of this drainage, like a sheer cliff. But there's a stupid chute right there that could lead them down to the bottom.
Stupid
so either
shoots,
they did,
man, those stupid shoots.
Either did three things. They went down, the bull went down the chute, he's held up in the timber, or somehow they slipped through us and got away. But that opening was so big, and then we didn't waste that much time getting over. So like, we're going to sit here all evening. We crept down to like 450 yards away from the dark timber, laid my rifle on my backpack, took it off the gunslicker, got everything ready, ammo laid out again.
Yep.
All my deal, laid on the gun a little bit, trying to like make sure I could shoot from there. We're going to sit here for the next 2 hours. And either that bull went down the chute, is in that timber, or he got away. But I think he's in that timber. I think like he maybe just like was feeding early, found a spot to be safe, and then wanted to come out in the evening again.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about elk. I'm thinking that's what an elk would probably want to do. Hit some dark timber, wants to hold up in there for a little bit.
Take a break.
Take a break, chill.
In the evening.
Late season bulls, they stick.
And we had to drop down like probably 600 feet elevation, but Luke's like, we're going after an animal. It's fine. We can just hike that up later. Whatever. We sat there all evening. We're both just freezing cold, sitting in the snow.
Elk hunting's hard, huh?
Yeah, bull never showed up.
Showed up?
Bull never showed up.
So he went through that.
I think he went in that chute or held up in that timber. And then Luke's like, do you want to go after?
My guess is held up in the timber, just knowing late season bulls, having hunted them quite a few times.
He didn't want. He maybe got some pressure earlier because this is like
late
day
season
4
bulls. They
of
just
the season.
stick, man. They stick to their safe spot.
Yeah.
They got a safe place for a reason.
Yeah.
And it takes them the season to find it. And once they find it, like,
So then Luke's
getting them out of there.
We even got this on camera too. Like Luke's like, do you want to hunt this bull tomorrow? It's a big bull, and I'm like, no, we're going after deer.
That's my man right there.
We left the big bull.
Man.
We left the big bull to go. Also, here's my thought process too, because I did want to kill that bull because it was a good bull. But I'm like, if he went down that chute, the chances of us locating him are impossible because I can't see sheer down that. And if he's in that timber, like who knows where he could move to? It's late season. He could just get pressured by someone else, or maybe that horse guy is going to be there again.
And there's a lot of elk pressure too.
Yeah.
And
so I figured too, like I haven't seen a big deer in this area. I saw that little tiny 3-point glass this all day.
Yeah.
Like we need to not waste time and try to hunt this bull. Let's go chase mule deer because that's literally what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Left this big 320 bull.
It's a big bull.
It's a nice bull.
Yeah. You think it's 320?
I think he's pushing through.
I mean, it's a big bull.
310 to 320.
Yeah.
He's in the neighborhood.
It'd be the biggest bull I've ever killed.
It's a bull that would
solid 6.
It would be a bull.
Good backs.
It'd be hard for me to pull off that
Great
bull.
backs.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm being honest, that'd be hard for me to pull off that bull.
Yeah. And if
I had him located right there.
And if I knew that chute wasn't there, where access to the bottom, I might have stayed on him.
Which is the late season hunts I've been on with elk, it would be hard for me because he's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm thinking of buying a 3rd season tag.
Yeah, where's
that?
spot?
I got
Where
waypoints.
is it?
I got them all marked, boys. Like I said, every time I'm out hunting,
bull.
I mark every single cow, doe, deer, whatever.
Yes,
I have all those animals marked. Every single waypoint of every animal from this whole entire hunt. So if you guys want them,
There we go. Hit me.
hit me.
hit me.
So the next day we're like, well, we should go back to this area, but we're gonna drive a little bit further. There's this big outfitter camp, bunch of toy haulers, everything like this. So like we're gonna drive past this little outfitter camp. There's a road that goes 3 miles further, dead ends. We're gonna park there, hike up the other ridge. This is basically one more drainage to the west of where that big bull was.
Okay.
And so we're setting up. We're glassing a bunch of east-facing big openings, like good dark timber, aspens, dark timber, like a big giant drainage. Again, it's really far away though. It's like long distance glassing, so it was literally BTX country.
Yeah,
I'm on the BTX all day. It was so fun. I love where I can just put the BTX
no eye
up.
fatigue, comfortable.
Sitting there glassing. Mid-afternoon comes around. Also, I'm like, dude, I got a bull. Hadn't seen a deer in the spot yet. No, wait, no. I did see the deer. No, I saw. Nope. I did see 3 does. I saw 3 does up on top of this aspen patch.
Did you glass low yet?
Touche.
So I did see some does there. I saw does earlier. I did. We have them on Digiscope. I can prove it.
Okay.
Because Luke's always like, get every single
date. What's the date on this?
November 2nd.
Okay. Post Halloween.
Yep. And so I saw that little raghorn. I'm like, yeah, it's just a little dinky raghorn. He's out in these aspen patches just feeding. It was maybe like 2 o'clock-ish probably. Start glassing the timber to his left. I'm like, well, bulls this time of year, they got to be with some other friends, I'm assuming.
Typically.
I don't know anything about elk, but I'm assuming there's some friends.
Typically, bachelor up.
So I went.
There are the cases where they don't, but I mean, you could assume there's some friends.
So I moved over to the timber. All of a sudden, like, I got another bull. He's not a raghorn. He's just a medium-sized bull. Still is a raghorn, but not like a dinky raghorn like the other one.
Yeah.
And I looked at him for a while, and I'm like, he's got a broken leg. His one front leg is literally, he's not putting any weight on it. He's like just limping. And it looks like, do you want to go after him? I'm like, I don't know. I really want to hunt a deer, but like it's a perfect situation. I did buy an elk tag before I came out there, so I have an over-the-counter elk tag in my pocket. Like I was going to go for the bull the other day.
This was an elk hunt.
This was an elk
So all of us are salivating to give a follow-up question here. I can see all the looks on your faces.
And then like Luke's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, he's got a wounded leg. I do feel bad for the freaking animal. He's totally wounded.
Yeah.
He's in a great spot. I think we can go kill him. And I'm thinking there, and I'm like literally sipping on my coffee. Like Luke had brought his stove up, so I'm like,
was he sleeping again?
No, he was up.
Good.
So I'm literally glassing and looking at the bull, sipping my coffee, and I'm like, let's go after him. I'm like, would you go after this bull? And he's like, yeah, I'd go after this bull. So like, help me motivate myself a little bit.
It's so funny. You have to motivate yourself to go after a bull elk.
I really did.
I know. I believe you.
I really did because I wanted a glass of big buck up, and like, I'm like, whatever. We have a tag. We're filming. This would be a great part of the film.
Yeah.
And I still have a bunch of days left. Side note: there is supposed to be a giant storm that night. Like we're supposed to get over 12 inches of snow that night. So I have that weight in my mind a little bit too. But like, we can go kill this bull right now.
Yep.
Mark him again, rangefinder tool, exactly where he's at. And I can see on satellite imagery, there's a dark timber patch, aspen patch. I know exactly where he's at. I see this little ridge over here on the little area. I do the line measurement tool. I'm like, oh yeah, it's going to be like a 400-yard shot. We'll be able to kill him.
Shameless plug.
Yep.
Rangefinder
maps.
tool.
No, that's a line measurement tool.
Oh,
Totally
is
different.
that the rangefinder tool?
No, because
No.
I already knew. I wanted to go from
Line
the ridge line where I could get to the glass. I wanted to
your
measure if
shooting
I could shoot there
distance.
as well.
Gotcha.
Get your shooting distance with that.
Because the
line
rangefinder tool
measurement
is only from your exact
point
location
to where you want to go.
Yep.
This is to measure could you
Right.
shoot.
Could you shoot from there? So I marked him with the rangefinder, and then line tool over. Start dropping off this little thing. Easy, we're going through some deep snow, some dark timber. We all of a sudden get down to the area. And I knew the other side was a steep cliff. Like there's a big cliff band again at the bottom. Like all these drainages have cliffs on them. We start going down. We get to this point, and I'm like, dude, this is taking forever to get on the bottom. Like, what's going on here? We dropped a shit ton of elevation. Also, we get down to a cliff on our side. And it was at one point where it was such dark timber that you couldn't see it on any sort of aerial footage that it was a cliff.
Yeah.
Like you could kind of see the topo lines getting a little bit tight, but I was like, there's a way to get down through that.
Yeah.
Got down there, start going through it. I'm like, Luke, this is going to get sketchy. Like, you comfortable? And he's like, yeah, I'm comfortable. We had trekking poles. Start navigating down through there. And it was one of the steepest areas I've ever hiked down. It felt like I was mountain goat hunting going down. I needed to go down here and cross a little river and get up the other side.
This isn't deterring you from a pack out or any of those thoughts.
It's starting to creep in my mind. I'm like, we're doing all this effort. Now I have to kill this
Yeah.
bull because of the amount of effort we're going through
Yeah.
here.
'Cause
And we're
we-
wasting all this time to kill
We
mule
talked
deer.
about that on the last one, didn't we? About how people kind of
yeah.
shy away thinking about the pack out already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
When really,
Again, you
Talk
shouldn't
yourself
be.
out of
You
it.
should
just
never.
go kill it.
You should never really worry about it because again, you're hunting and killing
That's what
it.
you're there for.
Yeah, that's what you're there
Just
for.
go kill it. You can get it out of there.
Yep. This comes
Yeah,
into
it's
play
like I
later.
said.
But I
about this.
wanted your take on that. Was that creeping into your mind?
No, but I really
You
wanted.
said yes. Roll back the tape.
I know I did say yes, but
check date.
but I wanted to. Since we're going down here now, my thought in my head is we have to kill this animal because of this effort. We
Yeah.
literally have to because of the effort we're going through this to drop down this thing, and we have to come back through the dark.
Yeah.
And then here's where it gets really scary. We get to the other side. I have this chute marked because I can see the topo lines going up. We can definitely go in this chute. Get up in the chute. I start climbing up there a little bit. I'm like, bro, this is mountain goat country. It's literally sheer cliffs like this with ice
Late
just hanging
season elk
down.
hunting.
Just ice. I find this little area. I can kind of get up. I start climbing up a little bit. I'm like, Luke, are you going to be sketched out? He's like, I don't know. What do you think? And I'm like, well, we're basing our entire life right now on roots, being able to hold on. That's literally all you can do is hold on to a root. And there's always
shoots.
Roots and shoots.
roots and
You guys
shoots.
seen Black Sheep?
Yeah, oh yeah.
When he
for
rolls
sure.
down the mountain,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
grabs a little root. He's like, please, God, you little bush.
It's been a long time.
So I'm like grabbing on these roots, stepping on. There's ice everywhere, snow, and I'm like kind of sliding. And like my whole life is depending on this root right now. I'm holding on to, like literally, like no joke. And it's already like a 15-foot cliff behind me. I'm already up there quite a ways. There's all this brush hanging over me. I'm like, dude, my rifle's on my backpack. If I get up on here a little bit, my rifle's going to start catching all this brush and like hold me back, and I might lose my grip. And there's nothing to grab onto because some of these roots are strong. Other ones are just dead. And you just grab them, they just pull right out.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, my rifle's going to get caught. So I'm going to grab this brush, breaking it. And I'm like, Luke, I don't think we could safely get up here. All we do is get up another like 5-6 feet. And then there was a band that we could kind of get on this cliff band. And I think we could have looped around and got up on top. I'm like, I don't think we can do this safely. Like, honestly, don't.
I'm happy to hear you say that.
It was like remember in Colorado when you yelled at me?
Not the Brady I've seen before.
It was one of those like
you're getting soft.
Because of the snow and the ice. It was really.
There was a spot we were in the backcountry in Colorado, and I literally told him like, bro, this is not worth it. You know, like we're pressing the limit here. Like, you got to ingest the data, where you are, what you're doing. You know, you got to plan.
It's a hard call to make.
Yeah,
it was, and I'm like, now I'm here. We're so close. All we have to do is get up on top, and that ridge line's another like 300 yards up. We can get on that and see those bulls. And I'm like, do these bulls move? Are they going to be in the next dark timber patch? Because I'm not going to be able to locate them then, and we're running out of daylight at the same time because it took so long to get down.
Yeah.
Pulled up GOHUNT maps again. Saw there was another little drainage, like I said, further down. That was 0.3 of a mile away. Like, we got to book it down this river bottom, and river bottom just fucking tangles everywhere, just nasty. We keep crossing the river, going back again, crossing it, trying to like find all the opening things. Finally get to the next chute. Start climbing up the chute, and it was steep.
But
it was
manageable.
But manageable. There was a bunch of grass on it. Then there was some vegetation that was like in the ground, so you could kind of grab on the vegetation, take your trekking pole, pull yourself up, grab the next little vegetation, pull yourself up, but there was no cliffs right there. There was just grass going all the way up. Get up there, get on a bunch of oak brush area. I'm like, all right, they got to be right up there. There's that aspen patch, dark timber. It totally looks different now, though. I'm like, crap, I don't know if we can see these bulls because there's so much thick trees in our way. And all the aspens are tall, but there's that ridge right there. Let's loop around the backside so the bulls can't see us. Get up on this little oak patch thing, set up right there. Instantly I set up, look with my binos, my 12s, see with the smaller raghorn. I'm like, all right, the smaller raghorn's here, but where's his buddy?
How far?
640, something like that.
So you're right there.
Yeah. So I'm like, he's here somewhere. I'm just like glassing. I'm like, Luke's like filming, doing some stuff. At one point, I'm like, Luke, I don't know what you want me to say right now, but I am so focused on getting this bull. So sorry if I don't like say something on camera. Like, I need to find this bull. We worked over here.
Not being a company man.
Unbelievable.
I need
to get selfish out there.
I need to find this bull right now so we can kill it. Like, I'm not gonna shoot the smaller one. I want to shoot this bigger raghorn. And I want to shoot it. You guys heard that, so write that down.
I think there's a lot of clips we're taking out of this.
And so I'm glassing there. I'm like frustrated. I can't see it. Finally, I see the bull. I'm like, all right, there he is. He's walking through this timber. He's like just in the aspens. It's so thick. You can barely see his rack. I'm like, dude, I don't know where we can get a shot. Like, I can see him, but I don't think we can shoot because there's so much trees and brush in the way. And I'm like, do we drop down this ridge, get this other side? But I'm worried about the wind, and if we can see him on this other little ridge we can get to. And finally, like, dude, he's going to start moving out in the opening. I think I can take a shot right here. He's actually coming back in this open. There's a chute, like, between a bunch of aspen trees. And Luke's trying to get him on camera and can't find him. I'm like, let's just move. I'll help you get him on camera. I'll put the digiscope on it because I know where he's at. And you just sit back and record. I grab the range. I'm like, all right, got the range. This one was like, I think it was 400 actually the first time. 450 is what my rangefinder said. But I know it was further because of this. Yeah. So he gets in this opening. I'm like, all right, Luke, I'm going to take the shot. Bull's just going up the hill a little bit, stopping, feeding. And he had bedded at one point and got up, and he's just, every time he walks, like, you can just see him he can't walk very well. He's definitely, like, his leg is just gone on that one side. Like, gone.
Yeah.
Probably from going down that chute.
Probably.
Tripped
and fell.
Did it look like it had been recent, or what do you think it was
the hide was all healed over, but literally the bone was just completely shattered. Like, it's almost
sounds
powderized.
Like a bullet from a year previous or something.
From a 6.5 Creedmoor.
Probably a 6.5 Creedmoor. Definitely a 6.5 Creedmoor.
6.5 need more.
Yeah.
And so I ranged that spot, but I'm like, dude, there's so much brush in there. And he was beyond that spot where I could range. I ranged it a million times. I knew I had it. Put that in the scope. Laid down the gun. He's like, all right. I'm like, I'm going to shoot. Press the trigger. He's like, you missed. I'm like, no way. I literally told him there's no way. I didn't hear a sound though.
Yeah.
I'm like, where'd I hit? He's like, you shot low. I'm like, shoot. Like, my rangefinder did not pick up it picked up a bunch of the brush beforehand. And I should have switched my rangefinder to further distance, but I had it set at best target instead of going through stuff, but usually best works for me. And I'm like, well, he's still there. He knew nothing was going on because it was a 15-mile-an-hour wind. That was the other struggle part too. So I had to Kestrel a bunch of times, trying to get the wind, trying to dope it, trying to do this, get on the gun. And he's like, I think there's more wind now, and there was more wind, so it was constantly wind going too. So I did hit a little. Yeah. I hit low in front of him and then to the right. But like, he's still there. He didn't know anything was going on. They end up working through the timber, get all the way up through the timber on the aspens. I'm sitting there like, dude, I can't take a shot now. I got a better range. It was definitely further than what I thought because now I'm getting a quality range on this other spot. So I really just messed up. I'll say right now I messed up.
Which happens, but
it's hunting.
But having that first thought in your mind be there's no way.
There's no way.
That's when you know you're still in your. You're still in your.
That's why I know. For me, it was a perfect shot.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous. I wasn't anything like that because
This shit ain't Hollywood, man. It's never perfect.
It's never perfect.
That's what I mean by the thoughts in your mind. If you grab that gun and it's a bad thought already, or if you pull the trigger and somebody tells you you're a miss, you're like, oh yeah. That should not be your thought.
Yeah, you might have thought.
Your thought should be your thought should be there is no way. There's no way.
Because I knew it wasn't me.
Yeah.
So I knew it was a bad range.
Yeah.
Because I know I would have killed that animal.
Yeah.
They work up through that. They're just like feeding. I'm just like frustrated on the gun. Can't shoot. Trying to find him again. I'm like, he's there. He's like, I see the other bull. I see him. Finally, they loop around, get up in the snow patch. I'm like, all right, look, he's dead. He's in the snow patch now.
Dead.
So now it's like that 600. Now it's at that 645 yard range.
Yep.
And he's in the snow, dead. I got him now.
Crushed him.
Ranged him, laid back on the gun. Luke's filming. Boom. Send one. He's right between his two dark trees. Hits him right behind the shoulder. Like, oh yeah, you crushed him. Like, I could hear it. He walks a little bit further, beds down. I'm like, all right, game on. Beds down. Aspen tree, in front of his vitals.
Of course.
Right in front of his vitals. Gets up, takes a step. I have the same range. Shoot another shot at him. Hit him right behind the shoulder. Bull doesn't even flinch. Literally doesn't even flinch. He turns around. You can see the two bullet holes on the other side. Just absolutely perfect. Right behind the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just still standing up. Beds down again. Hit him another time. Hit another time. I put one in the shoulder because I'm just going to. I had experience back in the day where my brother lost a bull in Idaho.
Late season elk, man. It's no joke.
My brother shot a bull really close at 80 yards. Bull fell over. Went to go find another bull because there was two bulls there trying to get his front shoot one. And he came back to his bull. His bull's gone.
Yep.
So it's like one of those things where like I just
Do you guys have experience with late season bulls?
Oh,
They're tough.
They are so goddamn tough.
They're just tough in general.
My Nevada,
elk's a big animal.
My late tag in Nevada, I shot that bull through the absolute pump house 4 times, and he was still just standing there soaking them up. I'm like, what?
Yep.
What is it going to take? Right?
Like the bigger gun.
I was shooting a 300. I was shooting.
Damn it! I was hoping you were going to say it's like 6.5.
I was shooting a 300. I have since moved to a 28, but I was shooting a 300. Yeah. 28-inch barrel, 300, big gun.
Yeah,
and
they eat them.
I mean, they just.
Yeah, they can pack lead.
They swallow those bullets. So and then they're sitting there looking at you, bleeding out of their mouth, and you're like, dude, please go down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want this vision in my head. Just go down.
And again, it's like I said earlier, I owe it everything I am able to kill that thing right now. So his head's still up. I'm still shooting until his head's down.
That's my whole thing. Shoot.
That's not a big animal. So
New Mexico, even with a bow, just keep shooting, man. If they're giving you shots, keep shooting.
Tell the animals down.
Just keep shooting.
Those first two shots, I was like,
hey, there's no ego saying, one shot kill. It's like, no, dude, just keep shooting. Good old quiver dump, good old ammo wallet dump.
Yeah.
Right?
Let them fly.
Yeah, you got to.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you got one in them.
Yeah.
And so finally when he's laying there, like I said, I put one on his shoulder just to make sure everything was going to be good and he wasn't going to get back up. And then he's like moving his head back and forth, and he finally just like laid down. And then I'm just like, look at Luke, and he's like, that wind was brutal. And like, yeah, I think the wind was a part of this. But like those 2 shots hit perfectly. The first shot was definitely a rangefinder. Like it messed up on that, and that's totally my fault. I'll take that all day. But like just a situation again. But again, like shooting that 300 roam in that wind, that helped me a lot.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what I was going to do in the wind, doped it exactly what it was because I had the Kestrel right there. Like that's why having those tools in the situation like this paid off. And we were there and just killed them.
Hey, we're all out there to be the best killers possible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my philosophy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the best killer I can be, not the best single part of hunting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the best killer. Like I'm going out there to do what I want to do.
And that's literally right when he got up in that snow line when I could easily see him. He got out of the dark timber. Like I said, I told Luke he's dead right now.
Yeah.
He's dead before I pull the trigger because I can now get a quality range on him. Everything can be dialed.
That's when you know.
And
that's when you know.
And like literally, I had that rear rest.
Good vibes only.
Like I pulled that rear rest out and showed Luke. I was like, look how far I had this rear rest dug in the bank. Like I had to put the rear rest in there and just yank that thing down to make that gun level and made that back rest so stable.
Yeah.
I pulled it out. There's just mud caked over the rear rest because I made every part of that gun exactly stable as it needed to be, laying down nice and prone.
And now you're an elk hunter.
And now
you're an elk hunter.
So here's the big plug for the rangefinder tool. So if you don't have GOHUNT maps, this is why you need GOHUNT maps right here. So it's now like dark after we do a bunch of filming stuff and we're like gathering our gear. But I had done the rangefinder tool, so exactly where I shot from, 645 yards away. Move the little blue dot, move the phone until I know exactly where it's at. I could see the trees he was nearby because I could see him on the satellite imagery, the dark timber trees. marked it. Okay, we still had a nasty pack. We had to go up and around, down this little canyon, come all around this deep, dark timber, deep-ass snow, come all the way up it, get to the little spot, get up there. I'm like, all right, I should be close by. I have this waypoint marked. I get over there, find the bull. Where I had marked that spot on the rangefinder tool, 32 yards away.
It works, man.
Can't ask for anything better than that when you're that
That's
far
exactly
away.
what it's for.
And you mark it.
That's
And it was
entirely what it's
completely
for.
dark at this point. And we could have been high, we could have been low. Literally, I was on the same plane as the elk. I was right here, 32 yards away, right in front of me.
Get GOHUNT maps.
Get GOHUNT maps.
Shameless plug. No, we're. I mean, that is obviously where it came from. But I am not Brady Miller, and I don't do those stocks. Mine was like, hey man, you drop an antelope at 300-400 yards in a sage pile. Like, you need some help.
Yeah.
That's where I was coming from
Yeah.
with the drop a pin.
Yeah.
You know.
So then here's where it gets really interesting. Kill a bull. Walk up to him like, shit, that's a big freaking animal. Way
It's a
bigger
big
than a mule deer.
Another reason why elk hunting's harder.
Fact.
And here Luke and I are out in the middle of nowhere. And now we have a decision to make.
Yeah.
Do we go back down that cliff? Even though it was grass, it's going to be super sketchy, drop down there. Or we could work way up the drainage, which is a far drainage to get around, loop back around, go to my truck, pack this out. Quick, we were going to take the front shoulders out. I was going to take a front shoulder out. He was going to take a front shoulder out. I had my gun, which is a 14.5-pound gun, BTX, ATX, 115. I have tons of weight in my pack.
Yeah.
We're like, well, I'll debone it all tonight. Deboned it all. We got done doing all that at midnight. So like that whole process, I'm cutting up all by myself. Luke's doing a bunch of footage stuff. I'm the only one with a knife. Or Luke had a knife. I could have given him a blade, but I was like, Luke, you just relax and do film stuff. I'll take care of this whole bull. So I deboned the whole bull, got the front shoulders taken care of, put all the meat away, put the rack underneath the tree, and left the rack. I kind of like skinned out the head a little bit because I was going to come back in the next day and skull cap him.
Mm-hmm.
Trail
That's the
style.
only way to do it.
Only way to do it. I picked up that head. I was
Yeah,
even though it was
pick it up.
a raghorn, the rack's not that big. That head was so freaking heavy.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Another reason why they're
Neville.
harder.
Yeah, Neville.
So
Skull cap that fucker is what Trail says.
yeah,
That's
I don't want
why-
to say it, but Neville can.
That's
what I
why
say.
you hand saw
You
Yeah.
cut
at the
them off.
pedicles.
Whatever you got to do.
Yep.
You just
So
need
that's
back
where the
a little
decision
skull.
came in. Like, well, we're on here. There's literally a hiking trail, like perfectly, like literally 350, 400 yards above us. There's a hiking trail. And this hiking trail goes all the way down on this ridge line. It's not going to be a lot of elevation gain loss. And then we're going to get to the top, and then there's a spot where it looks like you could get a vehicle because we have it marked on there how the colors change on the roads. It's actually, it turns into a road. Haven't been there before, but I do believe we can get a vehicle right there. So it's not going to be a bad pack up the next day. Instead of looping around unknown, sketchy terrain, we're going to go there and hike out that way. So it's going to be like a 7.5, 8 mile pack out that night to get back to our camp. My truck's going to be over here. We're going to leave my truck. We're going to go back to camp. Luke has his
Damn bear.
He is really attacking you, man. He is all about you.
So
This bear.
So Luke has his FJ back at the wall tent.
Yeah.
So like, we'll just go back there. We start hiking down that ridge. It sucks. It's so deep of snow. We're post-holing the whole time. Finally get the spot where the snowstorm is starting to hit us. It's starting to snow like crazy. I'm like, we got to get out of here fast. Get to that spot. Like, there's a point where I'm questioning my decision. It's one of those things where it could have went either way. We got to that spot where we could take a vehicle. We have these heavy freaking packs on. We're like, well, let's drop our packs, hike out as fast as we can the rest of the way because it's still still like a long ways to go. Get Luke's FJ, loop back around, come up this road, grab our packs. It'll be fine. But it's snowing a ton. So like we know we have to do this fast if we're going to drop our packs. We drop our packs there. Like this is the point where we shouldn't have dropped our packs. We should have kept our packs on and suffered all the way down to where we can get a full vehicle from the road.
That's how it
And
goes,
then
man.
we get Luke's FJ. Now it's 3:15 in the morning.
You lost your packs.
3:15 in the morning. We're like, well, the snow's hitting really hard now. Like maybe we should try to go rescue your truck because your truck's deep in the mountains. So it might be really hard to get your truck tomorrow. Drive down the road. Luke's like, I'm not really comfortable driving in snow. I haven't driven in snow a lot. I'm like, all right, pull over. I'll drive. I know how to drive in snow.
I'll drive your truck in the snow.
Yeah. And
Okay.
he's like, next flat spot we come to,
I'll drive.
I'll pull over.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we get going a little bit. I'm like, why are you slowing down? I was like, I don't know. It feels weird. It feels like I'm slipping a little bit. I'm like, you should be flooring it. Like I didn't know he was getting into a drift.
Oh boy.
High centered it.
Oh boy.
Completely high centered in a drift. The drift has gone all the way across the road. Freaking 2-foot drift.
That sounds terrible.
High centered at 3:15 in the morning.
Ugh.
We're trying to get my truck. And so this is the point where it's like we should have just went to get the backpacks first because that road eventually was going to drift in too. So now we're stuck here at 3:15 in the morning. Luke doesn't have change. Luke doesn't have a shovel in his truck. He has those.
I'm prepared, man.
He has whatever we call them, those mud boards.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
track
Those
boards.
do work.
Yeah.
So we use that as like a shovel underneath his vehicle, trying to get it on.
Doesn't work for that.
No, because like we tried putting them under the tires, but since he was
But they do work.
Yeah.
But since he was literally high centered, you couldn't put him on the tires and it couldn't get any traction. I thought about getting some tree limbs put underneath there, but like the tracks weren't even working. So we used that underneath the vehicle trying to get it on high centered. 2 hours later, a guy comes up on his truck. He's like, yeah, I'm leaving the mountains. I was trying to leave earlier. I couldn't leave earlier. So he just left in the morning trying to get out of the mountains. The guy's like, well, I could probably pull you out. Luke's got a winch.
Is this sunrise now?
Not yet. Still dark. So this has been a long freaking day. I killed a bull, did all the
Good
stalking,
grief.
It sounds
and hike all his miles. Get this guy to chains up all fours. He almost gets stuck the first time with 2, so he's chained up all fours. Gets him turned around, gets us pulled out. I'm like, how's that road going a little bit further? He's like, yeah, it's pretty nasty. It's starting to get drifted in. He's like, you guys could probably try it, but like it's still dark out and it's still an unknown for where the drifts are.
Yeah.
There's no other vehicles coming yet because everyone's probably stuck at their camp with snow.
Yeah.
Nasty snowstorm. Like I said, over a foot of snow and drift and wind and everything. So I'm like, well, let's go try to get my backpack really quick, or both our backpacks. So we're driving over there. That road's drifted in. You can't drive up it. So we're like, F. Let's just go back to camp, figure this out in the daylight. We get back to camp at like 6:15, go to bed. Some guy comes by at like 8 in the morning. He's like, hey, anyone alive in there? And we're like, yeah. He's like, we're buried out here. Like just past our wall tent was another drift, and like 3 vehicles got stuck right there in the morning.
Man, those drifts are nasty.
So the guy's like, hey, can you help pull us out? We're like, yeah, we'll pull you out. So I grabbed Luke's FJ. Luke backed it up, and then I helped pull the guy out. Or I think Luke actually helped pull him out, but I helped back him up or whatever. And then this guy I was talking to, he's local from like down below. I'm like, hey man, like this other guy was at the trailer and stuff. They were gonna
Pay
keep
for
going.
play, man. Hey, if I'm gonna pull you out, you tell me where these deer are.
But this is the most important part. I was like, dude, I need to get my truck. Like I'm worried. Like the snowstorm, there's another snowstorm that night too. Like my truck is now buried because we're past this outfitter camp, like another 3.5 miles, way out in the middle of nowhere. Parked the truck. Like, do you think you could help me out? And the guy's like, well, I got a Razor back downtown. I could probably drive the Razor up. I'll have to get gas. And I'm like, well, if we can get to my truck, I have 10 gallons of extra gas in my truck. I'll fill you up. And he's like, would you do that? He's like, well, I'm like, well, what do you want for it, buddy? And he's like, I don't know. What do you think? And I was like, I'll give you $300. I have no clue
Nice.
what would you charge? What would you charge someone in this situation?
$50.
I mean, when you're in that situation and you just want out, I mean, it's down to the person, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you want out, you want out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's really not a number on that.
Yep. So I said, I'll give you $300 to pull me out. He's like, all right, I think I can do it. He had a Toyota Tacoma jacked up. He had ability to put all 4 chains on. So we put all 4 chains on. I'm like, we should do this now because it's snowing. Like, we need to do this now. Get out of here. So we're working down the road. There's a bunch of other people stuck. We all pull them out, keep going down the road, get to the outfitter camp area, and I see they have a Razor sitting there, and they're all trying to get out of there. Like, they have toy haulers, giant motorhome things parked there.
Huh.
They're like, we don't know how we're getting out of here either. Like, this is going to be bad. Like, everyone's trying to get out of this mountains.
Yeah.
I asked him, like, hey, buddy, can you give me a buzz just 3 miles down this road right now to get my truck? No one had been down there yet at the snowstorm. He's like, dude, that Razor is completely stock, no aftermarket parts. It is dog shit. It can't go in that snow. Like, you guys are best bet to go really slow with that Toyota, get all the way back there. And if you guys don't come back in a certain time, well, we know you're back there still.
I'll bet that Toyota walked right in there.
Walked right in there.
What year Toyota?
Can't
What year?
beat it.
And it was one of those older ones.
Oh,
like those best
those
ones.
are the ones, man.
Yep.
I bet that thing
Think
just
I
walked
don't
right
know.
in.
It's like it had like the heater inside there was a lever that you just crank over.
Yeah,
It was
I
so
can't
old.
remember the date. I can't. My cousin Heath is the truck vehicle guy, but I think it's like the 12 or 14 is when they switched over to something different. Those like 12 and pre's, those things go anywhere.
So then we get all the way
Yeah.
over there, and the guy's like, the guy who's helping me, John's his name. I won't say his last name, but John.
John Doe,
John,
Yeah.
you know who you are?
John Deere.
Yeah.
Shout
like,
out, John.
I was the whole time I was like, dude, you're a lifesaver. He's like, dude, this is kind of an adventure. Like, we were starting to bond a little bit. You're talking about stuff.
Hey, he's a homie.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's like my best bud.
You're my
John-
guy.
John's
But
a homie.
then I'm like,
Hey, man.
we got to the outfitter camp. He's like,
It's
your truck's not here. I'm
You
like,
having
no.
fun?
Are you having
I
fun?
said it was like past the outfitter camp. He's like, you mean up this one road? I'm like, yeah. He's like, buddy,
Good
that's
luck.
going to be snowed in.
It's like, dude, that's gonna be $1,000.
Yeah, we're gonna need to renegotiate here.
Yeah.
I'm
This
gonna
is
need
So
gonna
we
cost
nursed it all the way
cash.
there, and there's all these big ruts, and like obviously there's like water pooled up under the snow that you can't see. We're just
Yeah.
like boom hitting
Early
it. It's like
season snow,
we had
man.
one big hill to climb. He's like, I don't know if you can get up that hill. I'm like, dude, just go super slow. If we don't make it reverse, we'll go up it. And once we get to my truck, I have 4 chains, I have
Yeah.
shovels, I have everything we need, I have extra gas. Like all my tools are in there. Finally get over to my truck. He's like, bro, where's your truck at? Like, we're still not there yet. I'm like, dude, I think it's 1.5 miles. He's like, 1.5 miles still? My gosh, we're just nursing up the mountain trying to get over there.
You guys are not buddies at this point.
No, I think he's kind of nervous. Finally see my truck. I'm just like so happy I see my truck. That's the happiest moment I've ever been because I thought my truck was going to be back there forever.
Forever, man.
And then we grab my truck.
My truck is goner.
Chain up everything, loop around. I'm like, I'll follow you out. I'm following him out. We had points where we couldn't even see the road anymore, where I had to walk out in front of him.
Check.
And track the lines again because it was already snowing over our tracks.
Man, that was a wild early snowstorm.
And
that was pretty big.
Yeah, I hate that feeling.
And then we get past the outfitter camp. We say I'm going to stop in and say hi to those guys and make sure they know I'm out. And if they need anything else, let us know.
Yeah.
We think we can get it. They had a big dually and a bunch of change and a lot of gear. They could probably get out. They're outfitters. They've been doing this for a while. Get up on the main road. So we're driving the main road. Like all these horses from their horse camp too, they're taking their horses out of there. So we had to wait for the horses to move out of the way and kept going. And finally get this
country traffic jam.
Finally get through on the main road.
Country traffic jam.
And there's a guy shoveling. You could see his truck was like 500 yards off the road. He's literally shoveled like a 100-yard section at the end where all these drifts are.
That's a workout.
And he's like, hey man, can you can make tracks up to my truck so I can get out? He's like, I have a 4-wheeler, but the snow was so deep this morning that it broke the front end of my 4-wheeler.
Broke it.
God dang.
Snapped the front end. Like something on the front drive shaft.
What are you guys dealing with? 2 feet?
It's probably 2 feet at this point. Yeah, 2 feet wet, heavy,
hard,
drifted.
Yeah.
Still snowing.
That's rough.
So we had
that early wet snow was rough.
I don't like it. My palms are sweating.
So we made a bunch of
we're
tracks
leaving
for
in 2 days.
I don't like this feeling.
By the way, we got a snowstorm coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's either tomorrow or the next day.
So yeah, we made tracks for that guy. I got it back up to my camp. I was like, bro, I only got $190 on me in cash.
Got him.
I'll give me your number.
Yeah, that's the classic Tijuana negotiation. But I only got 20 on it, man.
Yeah. So I was like, give me your phone number. I am good for it. I will find you. I will get the rest of your money. Give me your phone number. I'll put it in your phone too, so you can call me if you don't hear from me. Like, this is going to be legit. You're nicest guy ever. Saw him again the next day. He drove up in the Razor. He's like, man, this shit's wild up here. He's like, I'm thinking I'm going to get out of here. I'm not going to go elk hunting. He had an elk hunting deer tag. But then we got to the camp, and we're like, we still got to get our backpacks, and we still have to get the rest of the elk. Jesus. So then we met this guy in a Razor, and he's like, bro, I think I can make it up there. Like, me and John had already tried to go up there a little bit. We both got buried, but we got out. I'm like, we couldn't get our trucks up there.
The homie John?
Yeah.
John.
Even though we're all 4 chained up, like, you couldn't get through it with the vehicle, even his truck.
Yeah.
The Razor guy's like, yeah, I think I can get up there. Like, if I get up there all the way to the top by your backpacks, I told him my backpacks were. He's like, we either grab them or we'll come back to your camp later tonight, pick you up, take you up there. We'll unload the other guys in the Razor, and we'll get it. He came back to camp. Like, I was like, man, it's really late. Like, it hasn't came back yet. It's like an hour after dark. He came up. It's like, yeah.
So this is clear through the next full Sunday. Like sun up, they'll clear next day before you're even back.
We barely slept. We slept like 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
And so all this was going on. And then like
Gross.
this Razor comes back to our camp like way late in the dark and like, yeah, man, literally where your track stopped, we made it another mile further and blew a belt.
Yeah.
In the Razor. Like the snow was too deep. Like we can't get up there. You guys have to walk. So they came all the way back. The next day we woke up. It was still snowing, still nasty again. Finally it cleared at like 10 o'clock. Got over there, parked the truck at the base of the road. We're like, all right, we got to walk.
Yeah.
Walking with empty packs, no, like nothing in us actually, no backpack. All the way up there to pick up our packs. And this was the downfall. It's like we shouldn't have left our packs there, but we thought we could get to that road, but then we thought we should rescue the truck first. We should have rescued the backpacks first. Now we had a wasted hike back up there. We'd already been down there once. Got the packs with the quarters and our gear and Luke's expensive camera gear was in there, my expensive camera gear in there. All our shit was in there in the snowstorm. And then we got up to our backpacks. There's literally just 15 inches of snow on top of our backpacks.
God, that'd be hard to find.
We had marked them.
It'd still be hard to find.
Yeah, they're like covered under the trees.
Waypoints, man.
All just snow.
Just snow everywhere. So we got the backpacks, like sat down for a little bit, hiked all the way back out, made a bunch of meals, like some freeze-dried meals at the truck. Like, all right, we got to empty our backpacks now and go all the way back in there. It's the same day, like after having no sleep.
This is the Brady special right here, man.
And then we go all the way up.
People think they want to hunt with Brady.
It was
Sounds
savage.
terrible.
Go all the way in there,
terrible.
and then I had to get all the way in there after. Now we're post holing, and we're making sure we're stepping on the same tracks to like post hole. But our tracks now, even from like having lunch, it was sunny out, but it was windy. All of our tracks were blown over again.
Yeah.
So we had to remake tracks again. So Luke switched off; he was in front. I switched off in front post holing. Finally got to point where our packs are. And I'm like, well, now we still got like 4 miles to go to get to the bowl, and now it's even deeper snow over there. But there's mule deer tracks everywhere, boys.
Did you see a buck though?
No, I saw a bunch of does. I literally saw like 15 or 20 does.
Long story short, did you shoot a mule deer?
No. And then we got to the bull. I had to skull cap it, and I already had it quartered out. That took a while to skull cap it, pull the ivories off, and then we loaded up packs, and we got back at like, again, 3 a.m. back to the truck again.
It's an adventure, man.
And then we broke down the wall tent, and we're like, dude, we're getting off this fucking mountain right now.
The goal of the hunt is to have an adventure.
It was so fun.
That is clearly an adventure.
It was so fun.
So how many days did you have left?
We had, this is the problem at this point. We only had, so the next day, we literally drove all the way to town. It was now 6 a.m. We're like, dude, we need some, no, it was 4:45 in the morning. We pulled in this gas station for 24 hours. Gas pumps aren't even open.
Yeah, never believed
the inside's not even open either.
Never believe that.
They said they open at 5. So like, all right, we just hung out at the gas station for a little bit until 5 o'clock. Got gas, went inside. Like Luke's like, dude, I think I'm gonna throw up the whole evening. Like,
I would have thrown up probably earlier in this saga, but
he got really dizzy when he got back. He was like, dude, I've been in sports and everything. Like my head hurts so bad. I'm like, is it elevation? And he had a Bang energy drink earlier at lunch. He's like, maybe it was a Bang energy drink messing with him, but he was super dizzy.
Dehydrate, and that is not what you want in your body when your body is ready to shut down.
Yeah. So the whole drive back, he was like, dude, I think I gotta throw up. And I'm like, all right, if you have to throw up, you're behind me. Like we're gonna take this slow all the way out of the mountains. But we got to the gas station, goes in there, gets a bunch of Pedialyte. When it opened at 5. McDonald's opened at 5. Went over to McDonald's. We got the biggest breakfast meal imaginable.
Best meal ever.
Dude, I think we got like 8.
Hold on.
1,000.
The McGriddle on a hunt. Oh. So
he got like 8 hash browns. I got like 3 hash browns. I got a bunch of McGriddles.
After a pack out tastes great.
Yeah,
it's the best.
It's one of the best meals you'll ever eat.
The dirtier, the
I
better.
love a McGriddle.
Whoa, Brady.
Hold on. I love a McGriddle after a late season pack out. That's like the go-to right there.
Food is fuel.
Not fun.
What in the fuck were you doing at McDonald's?
I know.
Not allowed.
We just wanted calories, and Luke's like, dude, can I get fries? Like, we just wanted salt.
Yeah.
So we got as many hash browns as we could. I got 2 McGriddles and a Egg McMuffin.
That's what I'm saying, the McGriddles, man.
Yeah.
They're so underrated.
But
Everybody
Luke
goes
had
to Egg McMuffin. Why go Egg McMuffin when you got the
dry.
McGriddle?
Luke had like 4 sandwiches, and I was like, dude, I should have got more. And then we're like, dude, let's go get a quick hotel. We still have at this point now, a day and a half of hunting.
Did you go low?
Yeah, we hunted low. Yeah, I'll get to that. We're trying to get the hotel.
I'll brush over the
we went to try to get the hotel. Walk in this hotel. They're like, I'm like sitting at the counter. No one's there. I see people walk around like, why isn't no one helping me? I'm at the counter. No one's there. All of a sudden, this lady who's like checked in for the night or whatever comes walking by. Is like, no one's going to help you there. You have to go to this machine. There's a virtual machine, a virtual check-in machine where you have to talk to like a...
Automated.
It's like it's like someone in some other like place, like on a video screen.
Yep. And
it was the worst experience I've ever had. I almost want to walk out. It was so hard to like check in a hotel.
It's not fun,
and then we were checking in so early in the morning. Like, yeah, you can't check in until 3. So I'm like, can I buy another night? Like, yeah, you can buy a night from 6 o'clock until 11 this morning. I was like, fine, I'll buy 2 nights. Like, we just want to get our gear in here.
Yeah.
Slept for a while, went to a restaurant, got some food, went out hunting low country, and just saw fucking does and dinks everywhere.
You did see bucks, though.
I saw the biggest buck I saw was probably an 80-inch 3-point.
80
inch.
Big antelope.
Yeah. Big 2-point.
And I was even, here's a weird thing, too. So, like, we talk about low country a lot. So I was glassing a lot of just that low PJ stuff. Some higher stuff, too, with snowers. Did see some elk up a little bit higher. But it was all just like low country. And I was glassing a bunch of private as well. I was like, well, we're here. Might as well glass in the private, see what we see in the morning and the evenings. And so for a day and a half, I would glass some private. Obviously, I'm hunting in the public, but like we never saw any big deer in public. Never saw any, like always saw was like a little 3-point again, maybe a 2-point on private, but like there was no deer anywhere. Yeah. Still, even on that like low country stuff.
So the last podcast, I had a couple comments to me just through friends and saw some stuff when I was saying I like to hunt where the deer are. Mm-hmm. I understand now listening back to the podcast is my point being
to take it in context.
To find them before I actually go into them, and that's where I like to start hunting is to find where the deer are.
Find where the deer are. That's why you find the elevation.
I like to hunt where the deer are. So you find them first, then you go into. But that private, remember we were talking about like collecting data points?
Yep, that's what it is.
Private is a great place to start when you're going to look for where they're at in the stage of this late season. Like, are they pre-ruddy? Are they ruddy full on? Like, are the big bucks down on the private? A lot of people overlook the private. I'm a huge believer in go check those big pivot fields in private where they're protected, their little sanctuary. See what they're doing. That's like the main data point. Yep. So when we first roll into town, the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to go check that private down on the river bottom and see what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see if the bucks are pushing does.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. Like even like the first day you're hunting is a lot of times not go balls deep right away. It's just literally go out and just like check roads.
Find the deer, hunt where the deer are, find the deer. First off, I like to check the behavior, and that's, the sanctuary is the best place to do that, obviously. And then go find where the deer are, hunt where the deer are.
All right, Brady, what did you learn and what would you do different?
One thing I learned is always have extra tags in your pocket for opportunity animals that you might not expect to kill, because they'll make your break your
Like
hunt.
an elk, and now you're an elk guy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I mean, we all heard how excited he
Oh,
was.
yeah. He loved it.
He was very excited.
Check
Yeah.
the
Loved
tape.
it.
He
Yeah.
even said he was excited.
I think he had as much of an adventure as he's ever had.
And even though
No
it
question.
was a raghorn, I was still so excited about it. Like completely jacked that I shot
Because
a
it's an
raghorn.
elk.
He's an elk guy.
What would you do different?
That's a good question. Maybe instead of wall tent hunt, I would like to backpack it.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see, because we wasted so much time hiking out, coming back, back, and like I did not intend to kill that night of the snowstorm. I knew that snowstorm was coming, and I intended on just glassing it. And then the next day we were going to go lower. We legit were going to leave that high country and go lower to check it out because I'm collecting data points. There weren't big bucks up high, but there were still does. So I thought there were big bucks
You were
in the timber.
collecting data.
But I wanted to run down the low stuff. We could always come back up high again or go mid elevation, but I wanted to check out other parts of the unit.
Mm-hmm.
Unit's so big, you can only hunt. Like I've never been there before. I didn't have any time to summer scout it. So like I need to run around right now. But then that snowstorm, the pack out, we lost 2 days there. And then we only had a day and a half to hunt in the low country.
And then you're kind of stuck with paying for your sins there. You're kind of stuck with what you got left.
So it was an adventure. It'd be hard to say what to do different besides like, I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like, when you go hunting, you're looking for an adventure, to be successful, to have some fun.
Sounds like you had all of it.
Sounds like you had all of it. So really, what is there to be doing different?
Congratulations, Brady, you did it.
It was fun. It was a blast.
If you could have redone it, would you have gone and collected data
collected more
before you
data
made
first.
a decision on where you wanted to go?
Yep, that's 100%.
That's what we were talking about.
Best advice you could probably give is, like I said, just learn that unit right away, drive around, see what you can see.
Check the behavior of the animals, check where they're at.
Like I said, check out the private area, see if there's actually running activity there. If there's running activity there, there might be some high or there might just be like not like obviously that's private, so there probably could be running
There's just
sooner.
no pressure there.
Yeah, there's no pressure.
When you get into the mountains, if you get into an unpressured area, they're going to be doing the same. You're going to have the same thing. If you're in pressured areas, it'll be different. But if you get in unpressured areas, it should be.
And I think another thing too is like I always say, like I always try to check out like what is the OTC elk pressure in some of these units. And I knew it was kind of high, but like I didn't expect it to be that many elk hunters. Like I said, when I was driving up that first road, there was camps just everywhere. Yeah, like that was kind of frustrating.
It's like
to me
the
to
last best OTC opportunity in Colorado.
It's really good. It's worth it still. It is worth it. I mean, there's a lot of hunters, but it is still worth it.
And
when you're out there killing, you had a chance at a
good bull.
Big bull.
And killed a good bull.
And killed a great bull.
And the crazy thing is too, again, we go back to like the effort people put in. Like we can say it all the time, get off the roads and hike super far and you'll find animals. Everyone else after that snowstorm, when I talked to them, we were pulling each other out. No one had seen elk.
Yeah.
Literally.
But you had.
I had seen elk almost every day.
Yeah.
Just like I was willing to go places where people weren't willing to go.
You gotta, making friends with those elk hunters too. Mm-hmm. Sharing knowledge. They are willing to share some knowledge on the other species.
Yeah. Sounds like at the point of the hunt earlier, when I would actually meet these people, they're like, "You see any elk?" And I'm like, "I've seen some doe or cows." You see any bucks? Like, oh, just some dinkers. And I'm like, well, we really can't trade any information there because I didn't see any bulls yet. I was going to totally give them
you definitely got you got to be bringing some power with you, you know?
Yeah.
Got to be bringing some firepower to get the right knowledge back.
But it was an absolute awesome hunt. One of the most savage pack outs ever. Obviously, it's an elk, so it's going to be savage no matter what. But it was just everything I hoped for in a hunt. Struggle, nastiness, work hard for it. Yeah. I lost a shit ton of weight somehow. Again, I told you I'm down to 172 right now.
Which is
Brady's
just insane.
a dinker.
Brady literally is a 2-point right now. Not even a big 2-point right now.
Like my body.
That's what I'm saying. His body. He says he's born 200 years too late. I don't know if this is the proper body composition for 200 years ago.
And I know some people make fun of the food choices I bring in the mountains too, because I don't bring a lot of calories, But like it's exactly what I need. I never feel like I'm like tired or sick on a hunt. I'm never not looking forward to the next day's hunt. It's exactly what I need. But like the amount of effort I put in these hunts, I'm still somehow losing weight. I'm obviously losing muscle when I'm out there, but like because I don't have much body fat to begin with.
I don't think you could possibly put in enough calories for the story we just heard.
Yeah. No,
I'm not a nutritionist, but I know enough about nutrition and body performance to be dangerous. And I'm telling you, just from what I know, I do a lot of like learning for myself, so I can. I'm into that body performance stuff. Like, there's no chance you could ever put in enough post what you just did to recoup that.
Yeah. And I don't know if I fully believe all the time like the data you get on like Garmin watches and fitness watches, but Luke's watch, mine never seemed to track it that well, but Luke's watch said he burned 5,500 calories
for sure
that one day, and that's not taking into account post holing. That's not taking into account cold
for sure,
and the weight on our backpacks.
And to have one day of eating, to your body can't like
and no sleep,
and no sleep. Your body is not even going to absorb what you just did.
But it was
I mean? It takes multiple days to get back into that.
It was absolutely epic. I would do it again.
You want to go
elk hunting
again?
It literally sucks when you're going on there. And we were questioning ourselves. Like Luke's like, I don't know if we should have went down that canyon up the other side. That was really nasty. But once you're done,
that's when you know it's an adventure.
Once you're done and get back, it's the most rewarding feeling you'll ever have in your life. Every time I look at that bull, his raghorn, I am so proud of him. Every time I look at that cat, I am super jacked on it. Even though I don't want to say that word again. It freaking hurts.
You're a freaking over fucking guy? What are you?
It freaking hurts so bad. It does feel like a failure in a sense, though, that I did not kill a mule deer. It freaking hurts.
Yeah.
That I didn't kill a mule deer, and that's the animal I love, and it's just a hard year.
It's just one of those years, man. It's like, but you make do, right? Like
I had extra tags in my pocket and had a good hunt.
You make do.
Yeah.
Amen.
My one closing thought I would have for you after hearing all that, hearing your adventures, I can relate in that that's kind of what it took me to kill a bull, this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you took the time to listen to all this, that's just what it takes to be successful.
It does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, 10%
kill
90%.
Maximum effort.
10% of people kill 90% of the animals.
Give maximum effort, and you get results.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, and it's hard.
There is no coincidence. The harder you try, the more successful you are, and it literally goes for everything in life. And it's the age-old saying, the whatever.
Luck will find you.
Yeah. The harder. There's no coincidence. The harder you work at it, the more successful you're going to keep being. Right.
100%.
And this shit ain't easy, man. Like it can be. It definitely can be.
It usually isn't.
It usually is not, though. And that's why look, I will never be the one to shy away from telling an easy story, because you go through so much shit in hunting. You go through so much just grind. The day I can drive down the road and shoot and have the story, have the story. I shot the biggest buck of my life right off the road. Didn't even have to pack him out. I am welcoming, right? That is a welcomed hunt.
I'll take it.
Because you're going to go on plenty more that are
terrible.
Like that.
One of these times I'm going to have a layup of a hunt. Everyone, like Luke always says, every time I know I'm going to hunt with you, it's going to be something where we're putting our life.
One of these days you're going to be driving into, and you're just going to get out of the truck and go shoot one.
Yeah. But again,
one of these days, right?
It's awesome.
It's just what every time I look back at it.
Highly recommended.
Have you done that?
Yeah, I shot a muzzleloader buck basically from I was driving down the road to try to find this buck that I'd scouted, and he was bedded on the side of the road, and he jumped out, ran across the road into a patch of pinyon of juniper. I leaned over, grabbed the muzzleloader, jumped out of the truck with the door open, radio still on, started running down through this edge of this PJ, and for whatever reason, he didn't push out the other side. He just held up. I was trotting along, and I looked, and he was looking at me at 18 yards, and I just pulled up and dumped him. And from where I was at, I was probably 150 yards off the dirt road. I could still hear my truck running with the radio from where I was at.
It's a good buck, too,
so,
right?
182 inches.
Yeah, you're scouting, and that's the buck you were after.
Yeah, 182 inches. So,
yeah, that's a welcomed.
Then.
That is a welcomed. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've definitely had some easier hunts, but not like the one you're after on the road type of thing.
That's the only time it's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
And I fully enjoy these.
Would you take it again?
Every day.
Tomorrow.
And one last thought I have is the amount of effort I put in these hunts and the craziness, it is literally just what I crave to look back on all these memories I made, because I didn't grow up in the West.
Yeah.
My family and a bunch of my friends are still in Minnesota, and I feel like I'm doing it justice for them, because then I can tell them all these crazy stories. 'Cause I'm in a very fortunate position where I'm at to be able to do all this stuff, and they're not. So they do their thing there, but they don't do what I do all the time.
Yeah.
So I can tell them all these crazy stories I've gone on and get them so excited, get them jacked up to come out west and go hunting with us, and just makes them have that much more fire to go hunting because of what they see I go through. Because they don't want the crazy experience that I have exactly, but they want to experience some of that. They want that adventure part.
It's a Western.
It makes your life so much more rewarding when you put yourself in those struggle positions, questioning your sanity, questioning am I going to die tonight?
Yeah.
I'm fully willing to die for a mule deer.
Well, you
fully willing to do whatever it
I'm
takes.
willing to die for my son and my family.
I don't have a family
I'll
anymore,
cut it.
man. I'm just,
I'll cut it at like hospital
you could
visit.
say you're willing
for-
to die for an elk.
I'll cut it like hospital visit for an
but it's just
animal.
those
Death
life
for my family.
experiences. That's all I look forward to, and that's what hunting gives for me. It's just the life experiences I can just look back.
Not
on.
to date anybody, but you have the most time. You know, not to put
You're
ages
old,
on
Trey.
anybody.
I'm old.
No, you have, and you with where you've lived, how you grew up, you have the most time spent, probably by far and away, and you've had that happen to you one time. How many stories like that do you have for that one? You know,
A lot. I'm 100.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Most of the time, it's a lot of work,
Oh God,
and it's the best part.
Best
It is
part.
the best
I mean,
part.
it's super rewarding. It's like you said, the harder you work, you know, the more success you have, and those hunts are just ultra rewarding on the back end.
Yep.
You don't ever feel a sense of accomplishment like you do
Like
after
those.
something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So congrats to you.
Amen to that.
It was a blast.
All right,
It was
Brady,
fun to relive your sabbatical.
It was.
you're back, and he vlogs, so we got a bunch of vlog footage from him.
Yeah, it should be pretty.
We got a
pretty
lot
exciting.
of tape to check.
We got a lot of tape to go through.
Should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it.
Hit us with the promo, Brady.
Which promo we got going on right
Podcast 50.
now? Oh
Yeah.
Podcast 50. Still.
No, I think it's just podcast.
Are we doing
Promo
two?
coupon.
Are we doing DO 50?
No,
Which-
that's for YouTube.
Scratch that.
Scratch that.
And
It's just podcast for Insider.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have 50. We're in application mode now.
God, I've been gone so long. I don't even honestly know the podcast promo code.
do you want me to do that?
Yeah, hit it up.
Sign up for GoHunt Insider account. Use the promo code podcast, and we're going to give you 50 points to the GoHunt Gear Shop. That's $50 that you can use towards the purchase of any gear in the GoHunt Gear Shop. 1 point's $1. Super easy. Use the promo code podcast. Get an Insider account. Do your research. It's application season.
Best time of year.
Idaho's
the
coming
best
up, so
time
you're going
of
to want to use that insider service to research for your Idaho general deer
Coming
and
up.
elk.
Now's a great time to sign up.
Idaho,
Let's
December
go.
1st at 10 a.m. Mountain Time.
Application season, man.
Do
It's
it,
the
do
lotteries.
it.
The lotteries for us. You never
Yes.
know what you're gonna
Yeah,
draw.
That's
screw
right.
Powerball.
Yep.
Never know what you're gonna draw.
So yeah, that was a fun podcast, boys.
Woo!
That was fun.
Woo!
Hope you enjoyed the long story. Sorry I got long-winded, but
No, shit. That's what it's
It's
all
good.
about, man. That's what it's all
That's
about.
good.
Trail over here with this fucking arrow poking me.
He's had the arrow for the entire
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Been attacked by a bear the entire time.
Yeah.
Arrow for the entire time. All right.
We out.